Hi guys, my name's Michael, I'm the DeadAussieGamer, and welcome to Fool's Gold Off Menu, the second course. Our group of wonderful players, which you can see around me, have gathered together once more to forge a path into the Bellowing Wilds, the wonderful and amazing campaign setting by the great minds at Hit Point Press, and of course the creative team of Dingo Doodles, many of which are watching the stream, and of course here and present, including of course our lovely Dynabees, aka Gothi, and Space Shark, aka Carson. Hi guys.
Yo.
Hi.
Nice to be here.
It's so good to see you again. I mean, I'm excited to have you guys here yet again. It's been an absolute blast getting to play a couple of games with you guys, and we get a continuation. So I mean, for those of you who don't know what's going on today, this is the second part of a follow-up to the game that is now available on the Dingo Doodle channel, which Felix ran. We did originally it was supposed to just be one sequel, but we had so much fun we decided to come back. That's now part one of the off menu series is on Robert Hartley's channel, and now we're here, and this is what we're doing.
Yes, part one.
We're slowly making our way throughout the entire Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
Section.
Next up, we're heading over to Quincy's Tavern, and Quincy gets to be
It's gonna be a great thing.
We're going to do the entire the follow-up 3-hour campaign. It takes place in TikTok length videos on Quincy's Tavern.
Wow, yeah, that'd be.
We're gonna have 2 years of content. Damn.
Now I do need to follow forward. Apologies from, of course, our dear friend, your narrator. He has come down with ailments and illnesses, so we wish him all the best, and we miss him dearly. Ollie will, of course, be in today's session, but, of course, narrator will be watching from the sidelines. We do send you love, and we do wave at you because we love you. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be commencing with today's game, but before we do, of course, let's meet the characters. Who are these people that we are going to get to know? Let's throw the ball over to our dear friend, Robert. Robert, tell us about yourself and the character you play.
Well, about myself, I'm Robert Hartley GM. I'm a full-time dungeon master. I DM for the Viva la Dirt League guys, and I also Twitch stream about 5 or 6 days a week over on my channel, twitch.tv/Robert Hartley GM, where you can find the second installment of 3 Fool's Gold things with all of this. Who I will be playing today is the guy on screen right now, Polyglot, also known to his friends as Gobby. He is a druid goblin with a human femur as a club, and he's a bit of a gambler.
It is indeed. And of course, directly below our dear friend Robert is our other dear friend Dread. Hello, Dread.
Hello! Hi, I'm Josh, the Dreaded GM. You can find me on the Twitch channel Dreaded GM, where I run Dungeons & Dragons 3 times a week. And on Thursdays we do a variety stream. I also am a professional game master, and it has been a ride, and I've been enjoying it ever since. I get to sit with amazing people like Dag, Rob, and Gothi, and Carson, and Quincy. Yo, mind blown. It's crazy. But I'm playing Malachi. He is a vampire boy, and he is a lot of fun. He's also a gambler, so he'll be at the table with Gobby most of the time. But when you get him upset, like taking him into the back room and trying to extort him, doesn't end well. But yes, it's amazing. I've had a blast, so I'm excited to be here as well. How's he?
Awesome. And you can see Malachi below us right now. But of course, all of these beautiful and lovely pieces of artwork that you can see for the characters was made none other by our wonderful Gothi, who we have here. Hello, Gothi.
Hi there.
Tell us about yourself and, of course, the wonderful character who is now on screen, Miri.
Sure. My name is Gothi. I played Gothi in the original run of the Fool's Gold, and I am now the lead artist for the Fool's Gold Into the Bellowing Wilds Kickstarter, the module that we're currently constructing. Today, I am playing Miri, who is a weaver, a brand new race from the Bellowing Wilds. Specifically, she is a jumping spider weaver, and she is very sweet, and she has a little goodie bag full of spider-themed prizes to prove that weavers are not evil.
Though some of those prizes have been used for evil.
I'm not responsible for that.
Yes.
Out of my hands.
Spider sticky things don't kill people. People kill people.
People kill people.
Very true. That's very true. Next up, of course, playing the role of Quincy is the delightful
Hi,
Quincy.
everybody. My name is Quincy. Hello. Today, Quincy is a half-elf artificer, and found basically, if you've been watching along where we're at, I kind of found myself in a cooking competition, but on the side that's supposed to lose. So I'm not sure how I feel about that today. But yes, so I'm really excited to be here.
Yeah, I that threw me for a loop. I will admit, like when it was like, oh, cool, you know, Heliza and Quincy are gonna like cook up a storm, and there's gonna be this whole thing, and Quincy is now infiltrating the opponent's kitchen, and I need
you gotta know stuff about cooking in order to successfully sabotage cooking.
That's
without it
very
being
true.
obvious
In
that
fact,
you've
quite
done
the
so.
opposite. It's more of a boon to not know anything about cooking to sabotage the cooking of this poor chef. So I'm looking forward to it. And of course, last but certainly not least, we have the delightful Carson, aka Space Shark, playing the role of Heliza. Hello, Carson. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm Carson. You might know me as that guy who streams sometimes on the couch, but also probably more so, you know my D&D character Arena, the living embodiment of chaos and glitter. Made some poor decisions. We'll see if those have any effect. I'm, of course, from the original Fool's Gold crew. Here to play Heliza Thazit, a harengon Feywanderer ranger who stumbled across a god's domain and got turned into a jackalope. And she's in a cooking competition because the fifth cart in a series of carts was destroyed in some very non-related events. Needs to be replaced. And also, I guess Bong needs to be saved. So,
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That is
Yeah,
priority, isn't it?
Gotta say
Bonk
Bonk
and others.
That's true. That's true. And of course,
I'm Valen.
One of the most important character of the show is, of course, Bonk. Our
Bonk,
tiny Pachycephalosaurus, who is, of course, our occupational health and safety officer for this team, who is good for cuddles, and pretty much that's it. Now, without any further ado, let us go into today's recap to tell everyone about the adventure thus far. So, our journey takes place in the Bellowing Wilds, shortly after the events surrounding the big bellowing barbecue that was held in the town of Pyrite, a orcish town where our group of heroes had managed to save the day by winning a salad. There, the sounds of roaring engines overtook the barbecue as a group of beastmasters, hunters from the Bellowing Wilds, disembarked from a large dirigible and attacked the festivities. While the chaos that they ensued seemed very random, they had a very particular target: to capture and take as much of the food and supplies as possible and destroy a noteworthy cart belonging to none other than the delightful Heliza. In and amongst the skirmish, the battle that ensued was bloody and wrought with the crumpled remains of several beastmasters. A few, however, managed to steal away with a number of people, including, of course, Nakrasha, our orcish barbarian, Valen, our four-claimer wizard, and of course, Bonk, our lovely, delightful, cute, sweet, innocent Bonk with his doughy eyes. Look at him. Look at him. Yes. The Beastmasters, after having gotten what they came for, flew into the far distance. Thanks to the quick investigations of our team, they learned that the next destination of the Beastmasters was likely a grand event known as HuntCon, a gathering of Beastmasters to share in all things Beastmastery. And our group has decided to infiltrate the festivities, using, of course, an old enemy. If you call him an enemy, an old nuisance, someone who they met for like 10 minutes previously, a man by the name of Skullvillain, a goblin obsessed with chili. After asking him very politely to show them where the convention was, they took the goblin across the country towards a town called Twinver, where they managed to go into a small dive bar and, with their meanest faces, solve the non-puzzle that was there. Ruin a guy's crossword, basically, is all they did. And managed to get into the illustrious HuntCon, which is where our heroes are currently. Now, the things that they know. Bonk and the others were captured by strange cubic devices used to house and capture living creatures. These are common fare by the Beastmasters, and the only way to access them is by having a sanctioned gauntlet or glove used by the Beastmasters to open and close said things. The group has separated into different groups in order to try and find themselves access to these gloves. We have, of course, Gobby, who has eyed this very, very particular-looking gambling woman wearing an outfit very similar to like kind of a Wild West cowboy sort of thing. We have, of course, Malachi, who has gone up to a local merchant and put the voodoo that he do upon him in order to try and get a set of gloves. That did not go well for that merchant. He kind of decided that he was going to try and ambush Malachi, and Malachi, well, is a vampire, so that went about as well as you can expect.
A vampire with like 100 stats, 100 in every stat.
Yeah.
It's just like
Yeah, if you ever see his stats go up, you'll see what we're
just
talking
unbelievable stats.
It's
Stat?
ridiculous.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
in the meantime, we have both Ollie and Miri. Ollie, of course, being quite literally a 16-foot tall ox. Ollie and Miri have both decided to go and look at all of the magical displays that were currently being placed in and around the convention floor, with eventually the eye drawn from Miri and Ollie for this beautiful, succulent, rainbow-colored sherbet ice cream jelly that seems to be a prize for winning the Grand Arena, a pit fight that involves large monsters, terrible beasts, and Miri and Ollie both had an idea. Entering Ollie as a beast, as it were, Miri has become the surprise competitor in today's events and has taken to the main stage. Which, of course, leave our two culinary experts, Quincy and Heliza, who are here to try and figure out what potentially happened to Bonk. And with the exotic cookout known as the off-menu cookout, both have made their way only to find that a single entry, a single participant by the name of Biscotti is the only person remaining. And it is because a series of accidents seem to have happened to the other competitors, and he is confident about winning his dinosaur venison. Well, swiftly working, Heliza and Quincy have come up with a plan in order to try and beat Biscotti at his own game, with Heliza challenging him to a street cook-off, and Quincy pretending to be a fan after being bombarded with product, with coasters and mugs and Biscotti shirts. And Quincy is now in Biscotti's kitchen, while Heliza has been provided their own space to work. Have I forgotten anything, ladies and gentlemen?
No, I think a 5-way split party is a good place to start.
We're just
wanted
what
to
Felix had to deal with.
Yeah,
This is
just
authentic Fool's Gold.
just want to upstep Felix.
All right. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, we can do it. Felix split the group in 3 ways. Watch me do 5. I am the wrong kind of competitive. All right. So, without any further ado, our journey begins as the rise of HuntCon has the sounds of cheering crowds and roaring sycophants gathered around a large arena. You hear the sounds of the Beastmasters as they begin to cheer the tiny competitor riding atop an ox the size of a tyrannosaur. As they do so, Miri, the stage around you is just roaring and electric. You feel the energy coming from everyone around you, and across the way from you, you see the intrepid Beastmaster who attacked the city of Pyrite. You see Outback Jack.
Ooh, I'm losing audio.
Oh no, it was
There you go.
it was an opening for you if you wanted.
Oh, sorry. My gosh.
Dramatic pause.
Dramatic
Great
pause.
start.
Miri checking the spider bag.
I was like, man, Gothi is the master of suspense, by the way, because she's a weaver. Webs joke? No.
We're on the web. That's the joke, right?
All right. Well, I guess Miri is looking a little bit, maybe a little bit caught up in the spectacle of the crowd. You know, you get an audience, and it makes everybody feel a little bit more invigorated and hyped up. And she points it out back Jack and says, "You're gonna regret stealing our friends. I don't know, like rough and tumble cook guy."
She's
Is
the
that the
best
best
at
you got?
insults.
Listen, Sheila.
Well,
If you've stepped into this ring, you're gonna have to smack talk a little bit better than that. Like, for example,
look, I was taught to be polite and to not, sling words and insults. It's very important that we can also have a friendly competition, even though I'm mad at you, and I don't really like this place, and but this is gonna be a friendly, fair competition, so I see no reason why we shouldn't be civil.
oh yeah, no,
Mir-
friendly.
Miri's trying to cast Vicious Mockery and is accidentally casting Healing Word.
Cast soothe. Yeah, you're really not good at this, are you? Well, look, as far as I'm concerned, right, this is already a sure victory. As far as I'm concerned, the coatl jelly's all mine already. I just need to get through a nice hamburger, get through me Happy Meal to the little toy, and for that, I'm gonna use Gladys. And he kisses this tiny box and hurls it. As you watch the box spiral through the air, you can see it begin to glow with a very, very ominous looking light. And as it lands on the ground in front of you, you see these big piles of moss and leaves. This huge greenish mass rise up, and what you see in front of you is a wyvern, specifically a moss wyvern. It stretches its wings as it rotates its shoulder. It turns to you, and as it does, opens its jaws and unleashes an awful sounding screech.
That's a lot of teeth. Well, you know what? We're not afraid, right, Ollie? We can totally handle this. What is it? Plant sentient thing? I mean, it's just a potted plant. That's an insult, right? You're a potted plant.
As soon as you say that, the wyvern sort of looks down towards you, and Ollie looks up and says, "Ooh, I get it. You're a potted plant."
Yeah,
That's
he's
really
just a little
funny.
wussy house plant. Can't even survive. I don't know what's outside. Bugs. Yeah, bugs. Can't survive
Oi,
bugs.
you're a large fella. He's talking. That ain't part of the rules. You watch as he sort of gestures at some of the little sort of kind of goblins that are off to the side. They quickly rush in and grab Ollie by the hand. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?
Hey!
Wait, let me go! Oi, that's not. I do
that
not
out."
consent to this." As he does so, they clap on what look to be two tiny wristbands. And as they do so, you watch as this lightning of circuitry just rush up his shoulders and into his into like kind of the crown of his head. His eyes glow, and he begins to drool. And as that I like coconut. As the goblins finish tying the shackles on, one of them flicks you up what looks to be a tiny stone tablet. Here you go. Catch.
Oh, wait, hang on a second. I wasn't briefed.
Yeah,
on
no.
what
It's all in the instruction manual. You're okay. Okay, we need to get. There's a wyvern. It's over there. We're not here. Bye.
Instructions where?
You look at the stone tablet. It's just a rock. Like you turn it around.
Oh my god, I don't know how to use this. I only use Samsung. This is an apple.
As you are fumbling around with this stone, you hear this large screech as it begins to barrel down towards you. And as this happens, we move.
Just crack it on the head with the stone tablet.
Yeah, just hit it in the face. We move scene. We now find ourselves outside of another small gathering within HuntCon. A group of gamblers have gathered around what is a very impressive stack of money, trinkets, items, grappling hooks, what looks to be a laser whip, what looks to be a saber made of light, and of course a very, very smug and happy-looking Gobby that is sitting with his feet up to across from what looks to be a very angry and disgruntled-looking Calamity Jane.
So, what do you think? Another round, or have you had enough?
Where did we leave off with the? Did I win the gloves yet, or are we still playing for them? I can't remember.
You've won the gloves and then some.
Yeah, I'm wearing the gloves and I have a pile of money in front. I'm like,
want to go another? Feeling lucky?
She says, y'all seem to have a bit of the luck of the devil about you. Well played, sir. And she takes off her hat and she puts it on the table, your latest prize in the round of gambling. But as you reach to try and grab it, she takes hold of your hand. She says, but dice games, well, they're for children. And you're a big, strapping, strong goblin.
I do the cartoony thing. I do this, and then my.
Yeah, strapping. That's me.
Maybe you'd like to participate in something a little more interesting.
What do you got in mind?
I'm gonna because she's got my wrist. I'm gonna lean over the table to sort of alleviate some of that, and I'm gonna put my hand on top of the dice that I've been using, and I'm going to, with one of my fingers, I'm gonna pick up the fake dice, my charlatan's dice.
What do you got in mind?
I'm gonna try and sleight of hand that back off of the table, or at least palm it.
As you lean in close, the two of you lean into the center. The crowd that's gathered around you can't quite hear what you say. She says, now you see, I have myself a rather lucrative opportunity to acquire myself a vehicle of most expeditious speeds. And she's yours if you can beat me in a challenge. But if I win my earnings and a little something from you.
What exactly do you want from me?
Oh, come now. A lady doesn't kiss and tell.
I think I'd be amenable to that request.
She smiles and she says, the game is simple. Whiskey! And you watch as a goblin...
Soon as she turns to call out for the whiskey, I'm slipping the charlatan's dice back in my pocket.
Rob, be careful. He tried to seduce me with an NPC as well. So.
You take your
handle it.
That's because it's just me trying to So as Calamity Jane summons some whiskey, a goblin comes out of nowhere and just sort of like glug 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 glug, and then ducks down behind the table. She says, all right, the game is simple. Glass is filled to the brim, and here we have however many coins we wish to wager. You place in a coin, and you try and stop any of the whiskey from spilling over. Carson, stop it. Anyone
I'm
else?
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. All right. You can place your coins in the top of the glass at any angle you like, but you spill a drop, You're out. You don't have to put in 1 coin neither. You can put in as many as you feel comfortable.
So whiskey up to the brim, and then you place in coins until it overflows.
Correct.
Okay. What does guidance look like in your world as a DM?
Guidance is kind of like your gut. It's like it's almost like your intestines animate like a little mouth, and they're like, "That's a bad idea, Rob." I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I have a feeling you're not taking my request seriously. I want to know if I was to cast guidance on myself, that's a very visible effect, right?
Correct.
Would I be able to say like, hey, give me a second to think on this, and then like cast guidance on myself?
That'd be fine.
Yeah. All right. That's what I'll do first. I'll say,
Very well. So, what do you wager on your side? This vehicle?
Yeah, vehicle and everything on it.
And I, in return, I will ante everything I have won from you.
and I take her hat and I put it on top of my top hat.
And the
Everything
one
I have won from you.
and the one
and-
favor, sugar.
And the one favor, you wish for the mystery box in that deal as well, huh?
Not so much the mystery box.
That's so. Okay.
Meanwhile, inside the mystery box, hello.
Sheldon's like, why?
Can I have a magazine? Sheldon, of course, being one of the leaders of the Beastmasters that attacked them, that they trapped in a box.
All right. Can you tell me? Would I know as Gobby what the water composition of whiskey is?
Yes, and I give you a very accurate answer.
Sweet. Would I know from that very accurate answer whether me casting the 4th level spell Control Water would allow me to prevent this whiskey from dripping on the table if I was to?
Yes, however, you would need to concentrate on it, and I would say that to do so, you would be exerting yourself using your spellcasting stat, and would require to make a check with your casting stat in order to maintain the surface tension of the water.
Gotcha. All right. Cool. No doubt. I will accept her offer.
I'm in. I'm game.
All right. She takes out another small purse of coins, and Rob, you've got plenty of coins in front of you. As you take the moment, she places the whiskey in the center of the table between the two of you. Well, let's get started, shall we? Now,
Ladies first.
swiftly moving across the convention hall, we find ourselves in another section where there's a huge stage, like in the center of an auditorium, several large steel rows of kitchen appliances, tools, cookingware, stoves, sinks, you name it. This is basically like Iron Chef, if you ever watched the show. Like little alcoves that have everyone's supplies. Heliza, you are in one side with a variety of different materials and stuff ready to cook, and you are accompanied by, of course, your kobold friend, who's looking very nervous as he's sort of like peeling potatoes into a bin. He's doing it so frantically, you probably have enough potatoes to have fed the people back at Pyrite again. Oh my god!
Just relax. Come on, you're cooking like for real this time.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is just this is habit. This is just what Biscotti's been getting me to do every time I've forgotten what my voice sounds like, so that you're gonna have to deal with this. But yeah, every time Biscotti has come into the kitchen, we have to peel potatoes.
All right, darling. It makes you mad, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes me mad.
Makes you real fired up.
Oh, it gets me very fired up.
Makes you want to kick his ass, right?
Yeah, I want to rip out his spine, out his nostrils.
All right, well, maybe tone that down a little bit, huh?
Okay, I'm sorry.
But I have an idea of how you can really get back to him that does not involve all these potatoes that, frankly, these guys in the audience are going to be taking home with them as prizes.
Okay, what should I do with these potatoes?
I want you to put them away for a sec.
Okay.
We're making some Dan noodles.
Dan.
Spicy recipe.
Oh,
And we're making some mapo tofu.
Mabo tofu.
And you're making an apple crumble.
I don't need potatoes for apple crumble.
You don't.
Okay. He puts the potatoes in a big sack, and he puts them, and it's really strange because the sack was formerly like a housing for tropical fruit, so it has bananas on it, and it says high in potassium, but the word banana is like kind of faded away like just over time, as they're just this big sack of potatoes.
All right, Tonio, I'm gonna level with you. Biscotti over there? He's a poof, isn't he?
Yeah, like a profiterole.
Absolutely. And you remember what he was talking about at the very beginning, how the best thing he's ever tasted was his mother's apple crumble, right?
Yeah.
could
No,
never
he says
replicate
it
it.
all the time. He says, "You are nothing like my mother's apple crumble. That was the best thing I've ever seen."
I want you to make that.
What?
I want to see
Me?
the look on his face when somebody under his employ does it better than he does. And Tonio, I don't have a lot of skill making pastry, but I know that under Biscotti, you've seen enough to replicate it. But you also have the power of heart. Biscotti over there, he doesn't even touch any of his stuff. Look at all those kobolds just doing stuff while he watches.
Meanwhile, as the camera pans across to Biscotti, you could see that he is very swiftly working. And Quincy, your character with a shirt and little tiny flag, you're there as these kobolds are moving around you, almost like ants in a machine. Like just sort of avoiding each other, and like they're kind of moving around you, like you're a stick that's fallen onto the ant line, like. And you see Biscotti sort of, like looking at a recipe. He yells at a few kobolds, and then one of the kobolds like whispers something to him. This big, hulking, large figure leans down and like listens to the kobold, and then looks over at you. You can see there's like a visibly sour look on his face that then goes, "Well,
Need help. I can cook.
yes, you say you can cook a cuisine. What is your name, small thing?"
Alien Gup Gup.
Alien. Well,
Yes.
Alien. What do you cook? You cook.
Oh, I can make all sorts of
like
things.
The
I
vegan
can-
stuff.
I could do things called the French food. I could do all sorts of French food. I could do the French toast, the French fries, yeah, that's about it.
All right, so French toast and a French fry.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna teach you how to make a banoffee. Yeah, come here.
Oh, I love a banoffee.
French banoffee.
French banoffee. Yes, we are going to use
Banoffee.
French. We are going to use French cream cheese.
Banoffee. Banoffee.
French cream cheese.
Banoffee. Yes.
Oh, it's like a Sunday thingy.
He begins to show you a like as he puts it together. It's almost magical how he works. Despite his large, thick fingers getting in the way, the kobolds make use of their dexterity in place of his own. You now, Quincy, have an opportunity here. As you take a look at where his belongings and his things are, I need you to make me an investigation check as you
Ooh, okay.
are observing what's going on.
Oh, okay. Completely. Oh, I have a +7 to investigation. That was a 23.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Now, Biscotti, in a certain way, has no idea who he's messing with. Right? You're almost in a Zen state. Every drawer, every cabinet, every movement the kobolds are making, you almost immediately memorize. Every ingredient, where they're stored in the pantry, the orders in which you could almost blindfoldedly cook in this kitchen as comfortably as back home.
Wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So what I'd like to do is, like, while I'm watching them, is if I know where everything's at, I kind of just want to like look around and still kind of keep the facade. I have no idea what I'm doing, but I want to switch the salt and sugar because if we're a banoffee, obviously it's a sweet dish. I'm switching the salt and sugar.
Oh, absolutely. So. Absolutely. Make a stealth check as you as he's instructing you. He's talking.
That's a natural 20.
Yeah.
Just destroy this man.
So as you swap the salt and the sugar, you watch as he yells at some of the kobolds to bring the food here, and as they do so, naturally one of them grabs the tiny little thing of of sugar, and brings it over. And as the kobold is about to put it in, you watch as his large, almost pig-like snout goes, "Hold!
Oh.
Uno momento. You!"
That's French.
We now pan away from the kitchen, back towards the center of the festival, where off to one side we see our lovely Malachi in the company of Webster.
So, where exactly are you taking me again?
Webster, a large gladius weaver, a tarantula-looking individual, walks forward and says, "Come this way. It's not far now, and do not worry. What I am about to tell you just needs to be away from the eyes and ears of the Beastmasters."
All right, but if you try anything, trust me, it won't end well for you. It didn't end well for that shopkeeper back there.
Watch out. Never mind. But yes.
Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions. It's fine. Let's move forward.
Okay. He takes you around the side of what looks to be an abandoned stall. You can see that there are just tons of these bubble heads of what looks to be a tiny monkey. They just seem to be nodding. It's a very angry-looking monkey. As you make your way around there, he says, "Okay, allow me to introduce myself properly. My real name is Webster, and I am a member of the Weaver people. As you know, being a Weaver is a choice, a spiritual connection to the things that are good, true, and righteous. We are all connected through a ritual that we perform once we have achieved a certain level of, let's say, enlightenment."
I have to be honest, I didn't know that.
We are known as the Aaronites.
The Aaronites.
Our
Is my
hometown-
companion Miri an Aaronite?
Yes, she would be. Very much so. She is a Abitos, which is a particular type of weaver, and one that is highly sought after. You see, the weavers, we come from a town known as Vilgari, and there our people work in tandem and peace to try and enrich the lives of those that we see. I believe your friend Miri is trying to help people come to terms with the fact that we are not, in fact, drow. This is very true. We are not like the violent and quite insidious creatures. However, there are many who do not understand this. Recently, a group from Vilgari had been captured by the Beastmasters, a trader who sought to add members of our kin to their collection.
How many were taken?
14 in total. A number of gladius like myself, as well as Sicario, more thin, lithe and limber members of the species. And I overheard them speaking about how they still required an Abadios for the remainder of the collection.
Why didn't they take you? Or were you one of the ones that were taken?
No, I followed shortly after and infiltrated the Beastmasters, thanks to a few of my connections here. It was my goal to liberate them, but I learned that they have passed through many hands already. Right now, they're in the possession of someone in the ownership of a large dirigible that is housed outside, and a great multitude of my people remain there, but it is heavily guarded. I am afraid I can't go alone. I will not be able to siege such a impressive warship. But when I saw your friends in the company of one such as myself, I knew that you may be able to help.
We can help. I can't speak for the others, but I will help you liberate your people.
You watch as all four hands sort of create different hand gestures, and he bows. Thank you.
I will gracefully bow as well, giving my best count bow.
But I'm forgetting myself. This is not the time for the rescue. I fear that your friend may be in danger, and that
You said that.
someone may be making a move to try and capture her. You must go to her. Warn her of the danger and try to get her free. There'll be many eyes watching you, so take care. And here, take this. I'm not sure if it'll come in handy, but I brought it just in case. He hands you what looks to be a small cylindrical pouch that is basically the Gordian knot made out of webs from a spinneret. He says, "Will it into a shape. It will take its form. It is a memory web. Our people use it to do a variety of things, ranging from capturing, holding doors, and even creating decoys."
It immediately forms into two balls with a shaft starting to come. Oops.
They only work once.
Somebody check the time,
crap.
how long it took us to get to a dick joke.
Yeah. Ding.
Amazing.
All right.
Thank you, Webster. All right. And I'll start making my way to the last place I saw Miri.
All right. Now, back at Miri. Suddenly, we arrive at the center of the arena. The pit fight is electric, and of course, the large wyvern has charged directly towards our dear Miri. Miri, what do you wish to do as this huge, large mass rushes towards you?
Panic first, and then
Of course.
panic first. Try to get Ali's attention, but he doesn't seem like he's responding. And then maybe quickly glance at the tablet she was given. Is there anything on the tablet at all?
Looking at the tablet, there does not seem to be anything at all. But as soon as you call out to Ollie, immediately Ollie's posture changes, and you see a panel sort of float just above the surface of the rock. There appear to be 4 small rectangular boxes, each with a word emblazoned upon it. You can see that the first word is trample. The second word is body slam. The third is gore. And the fourth is rest.
We're really having a Pokemon fight, aren't we?
Yeah, legit.
You're legitimately playing
You mean-
Pokemon.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about? That's
Ollie
fine.
can't fit in a pocket.
Amazing. It was super effective.
And I'm writing these down. Trample, gore, rest. What was the other one?
Trample, gore, rest, and body slam.
You got this, Ollie.
I wish there was a dodge. I wish there was a dodge.
Choose you, Ollie.
Look, I'm gonna be honest. You've seen Ollie in combat. He does not dodge.
True. Okay. She will probably like mash the first button that seems slightly applicable, which will be body slam.
Yeah. Body
Yeah.
slam. Ollie slam.
Yeah.
All right. As soon as you press the body slam ability, you watch as the large form of Ollie steps forward and raises both hands upwards and begins to fall forwards towards the large wyvern. The wyvern roars as Ollie begins his first attack. Now, I just want to see if this works, because if it does, then this is gonna be amazing. Because we have narrator in chat, and I actually do have a dice roller. Just in case. But, if he doesn't do it, that's fine. Otherwise, Gothi, would you be kind enough to roll us a d20 and add 14?
14. Oh no.
Jeez.
Making me do math. Oh, let's see.
What if you roll added to 14?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh my gosh, what a base.
I think I got a 22.
Yeah, okay. With a 22, you watch as his arms go up and his body comes down, and as it does, the wyvern has absolutely no clue what has hit it. As the wyvern's body is struck, masses of moss just fly in all directions. He is injured, and you see this goblin riding this tiny little owl that's kind of mangy. It's kind of like missing feathers. As it's flying above the arena, you can see him pull out like what looks to be this megaphone. He goes, "Super effective!"
There it is. There it is.
I feel like even Miri has to like brace herself and grip onto Ollie's horns not to just get thrown off by the whiplash of his momentum.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. Oh, that was.
As the as Ollie lands on the ground, Ollie seems to be taking his time recovering. This is a 2-action ability. So as he's fallen down, he is now like trying to get up. Ollie appears disoriented.
Shoot, I forgot about that.
You do, however, have an action between Ollie's turn and the wyvern. What would you like to do?
Probably just take my time rolling a quick inspection to try and figure out, does the wyvern have those bracers on? Does Outback Jack have the same tablet? Stuff like that.
Taking a quick look around, you see Outback Jack. Outback Jack is on a separate platform. He is definitely, unlike you, he's definitely not riding the wyvern.
Is that not how normally Pokemon trainers work?
Yeah,
Basic.
right?
Oh yeah, if you
Get
lose
in the
me
fray
that.
of the fight.
So you watch as he sort of has a similar tablet, but his tablet is built into the back of his bracer. So he's kind of like, if you've ever seen the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel decks, he's just kind of like,
He's
bam.
extra.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so he's like full anime battle, like
Yeah.
as you see he begins to frantically push a button. But that's what
Okay,
you
and
observe.
does the wyvern have the bracers on as well?
Yes, the
Where are they
wyvern has
located?
braces on its back feet. Its arms are kind of like more of the tangled mess of like vines and reeds and stuff like that, but the back feet are pretty solid.
Okay, and one last question. Is there any kind of rules displayed anywhere, like on a large board or something like that?
There is 2 large green bars that seem to be covered in like slime. And you watch as Ollie hits the wyvern. There's a goblin there with like a scrubbing brush that's like, and he like cleans some of the line off. Whew.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. There's rules? Like,
Hit
I'm
points.
asking.
That's basically.
Oh, hit points. Okay.
All right.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like a
She's a
scoreboard.
Pokemon hit
Oh,
point
yes,
bar.
okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But
So
instead of
far,
you-
no rules have been displayed. Cool.
No.
Okay.
Roll is 5.
just
Fight.
Miri just jumps off and drives a rapier through the weapon's head. And he's like, is that
That's true.
is that allowed in Pokemon?
Totally, absolutely, 100%.
Just straight attack,
Straight up
Outbat
murder.
Jack. Just go for Outbat Jack.
Just
Don't
go-
worry
just-
about it.
just
Yeah, just go for the
ignore
trainer.
Hey, nobody
excuse
stopped
me,
her
that
from being in the
billowing
ring in the
wild
first
rule.
place. Well, then she'll probably use her. Oh, no, she'll stay where she is. Miri is a rule follower, unfortunately, for now.
All right, very well. The wyvern takes its first action as it stretches out its mossy wings. It begins to flap them almost in this like strange bird-like display, moving back and forth to try and like parry where Ollie is. And you hear Jack go, "All right, Gladys, you." Oh, sorry, not Gladys. What was it? No, it was Gladys. Gladys,
Yeah,
use sting. And you watch as from inside the mass, this scorpion tail like kind of appendage goes whoosh, and strikes at Ollie. It hits. Ollie must make a saving throw. Roll a d20 and add 7.
19.
19. With a 19, you save against the poison that immediately begins to flush into Ollie's system. Ollie, you watch as the goblin begins to scrub Ollie's slime off a little bit. As the you actually look at the wound, it is like kind of like very deep and quite nasty looking. It starts to swell a little bit in his shoulder.
From Ollie's hit points, I would think it would be one of those Pokemon situations where it's like, it's super effective, and it takes off the bar like this much. And you're like, oh my god.
Yeah, Ollie's barely in. Yeah.
Miri still feels bad.
Level 5 area.
Yeah.
All right. In your observations as well, you notice that after the sting, the moss itself, like the slimy, gross, slithery moss, starts to kind of shed a little bit off its person and begins to coat the floor. This growth of like green sludge starts to coalesce at the feet of the wyvern.
Eee.
All right. What would you like to do?
Is it my turn? Like, whose turn is it now?
Your and Ollie's.
Okay, so they're the same. Is Ollie back on his feet? Can he do stuff?
Yes. Ollie gets back on his feet.
Let them fight.
Drool.
Is he out for this round because it was a 2-action body slam? Or is
Yes. Well, he's gonna be recovering for this round, but Miri.
So he can't move.
Yeah. Oh, you can try to push the button and see what happens.
Well, I mean,
I
she
have
probably
items.
would.
As you
Probably would
push-
press.
As you push the button, you see electricity surging through Ollie's body. Black smoke starts to kind of come out of his ears as the shackles electrocute him. Oh! Unfortunately, he is out for the round and cannot move. Ollie doesn't seem like, again, teeny bit of health.
Oh, that took down some of his health.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, Miri feels
Because
so
you
bad.
broke the
Oh, I'm
rules.
so sorry, Ollie. Oh no. I'm like a timeout. I feel like I wasn't briefed enough on how this game works. I tried to flag down the owl guy. Like, timeout.
As the owl guy looks down towards you, you watch as he looks towards Jack, and Jack basically kind of does a hand signal behind his back. For those people in the audience behind there, you can see that he's like flicking like 3 gold coins between his fingers, and you watch as the referee then turns away from you, pretending like he hasn't seen you, trying to like flag him down.
Miri tried to use timeout. Nothing happened.
The Moss Wyvern gets to go next, and you watch as Outback Jack looks towards Miri and says, "Now listen here, Sheila. It was your mistake bringing this cow to slaughter. Gladys, use toxic spores! Huh. The moss suddenly releases plumes of toxic spores in a 10-foot area. Both you and Ollie need to make a saving throw. Constitution.
Okay, so me first, I got a 16.
Ooh, you do not pass.
No.
Oh,
That's a high DC.
that's
Uh-oh.
rough.
Uh-oh.
So I have to roll again for Ollie.
Yeah, Ollie gets a +7.
You're in danger.
Sorry, what was it?
So 17 is the DC.
What is his bonuses though?
Oh, so it would be,
Plus-
sorry, it would be 9, I believe, sorry.
He also got a 16.
Oh, no.
Ah, guts.
No.
All right,
No.
both you and Ollie take 10 points of damage as basically the spores themselves sort of burn and singe at your throat. You cough and splutter. And you see more of the slime get scratched off.
Tiny spider coughs.
Tiny spider coughs. Aww. All right. We go to your round. What would you like to do?
I think she's gonna press rest on the board, on her tablet.
Mute.
Nope, thank you.
There we
As
go.
you reach up and you push the rest button, you watch as Ollie falls forward. His eyes glazed over.
Why is it the worst choice?
As he falls forward, you grab onto the horns of Ollie, almost like you're just over the tip of a roller coaster. As you feel your hair and your legs dangling behind you from the G forces as it's collapsing. The moss wyvern. Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Ruh-roh.
Does more slime get added to his tracker when he goes to sleep to rest?
Well, Ollie has just body slammed unintentionally the moss wyvern. So you watch as the goblin on the
according to
board is like
plan.
painting more slime on the board, but you watch as Ollie basically like you see the dragon's eyes go from like this evil like to uh-oh. As bam! You watch this huge splash of green water just like rise up from the center of the arena.
Whoops. Oh, this is just getting worse and worse.
Now, cutting away from the arena, Gobby, there is just this, you're kind of there, you're looking at the glass, you've got your coins in hand, and suddenly you hear this coming from behind you, and you watch as the coin and the whiskey sort of everything
Whiskey
on the
comes
table.
out of the glass and then falls back in perfectly.
Exactly, yep. And you can see behind you there's like just this wall of green sludge that just collapses back into the main arena.
Right. Well, let me see.
Is it like we both act together, or is it like a turn based? Is she gonna go first?
Oh,
Or
it'll
is
be
she-
turn-based.
I have said ladies first, and I want to see how she handles this situation.
She says, "All right, sugar, if you insist." You watch as she reaches down and grabs 6 coins. And very carefully, holding them into a single stack, places them at a 45-degree angle, and bloop, drops 6 coins into the whiskey. The whiskey rises, and you can see that it's now over the lip, but the surface tension is keeping it in its form. It holds for now. If you want, I can get you to make an insight check to try and figure out how much more it could possibly take.
Yes, I was. I was going to ask if I can do some sort of investigation on the rules or something. I will insight check to see. That is a 14. Oh, but I guided this myself, so I will add 2, 16.
All right. You take your coins, and you're like, maybe three coins, and then it may overflow. But I reckon
we're dropping into the same pot, yeah?
Into the same thing.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, if I fit 5, there's no way she can win.
Right. I'll sort of like crack my neck both ways.
I like this one.
I'm gonna get real close and smell it. Make sure that it smells like whiskey, and I'm not getting any sort of sense of there being something else to this that I don't know about.
Make a perception check.
Perception. That is goddamn. That is the lowest I can possibly roll, which is a 10.
All right.
With a nat 1 plus 9.
You looks like whiskey.
Smells like moss. Smells like moss in the area. There's too much.
Yeah, definitely a fungal kind of smell in the air at the moment.
Distracting me. Okay. I think I got this.
And then I'll do a little. I'll close my eyes and I'll do a little prayer to Mother Nature, who is one of the many gods that I pray to. And I will ask that Mother Nature guides my hand by granting me the cat's grace, and I will cast Enhance Ability on myself with advantage on dexterity checks, and hope that my nimbly putting these things in is going to be a dexterity-based thing. And then I'll give it a go. I'm going to take 3 to be safe. 5 will overdo it. I think down the middle, I'm gonna grab 4 coins. I'm gonna try my best to put them in.
All right, you roll the 4 coins in your hands. Dexterity check as you drop your 4 coins in.
Is it anything added other than just straight dexterity? Is it like a sleight of hand or anything?
I'll let sleight of hand be a thing. You may go with sleight of hand.
Cool. Well, I got a natural 1. And a natural 7. So 7 plus my sleight of hand of 5 is a 12. That's definitely going to be enough.
All right. As you place the coins in, the whiskey begins to tip and starts to pour over the edge. You, however, do have a quick action if you want to.
I will. So would it? If I was to cast something now, would it have to be a reaction spell?
No, I would allow you to.
I will quickly. Let's see. I'm going to quickly say a very short prayer to. Let me find them real quick. The list of gods: Kaisi and Haisi, the 2 gods of the oceans and water. And I'll say, Kaisi, help! and then I'm going to cast Control Water real quick, and I'm going to grab the drips that are coming down the side.
All right, the drips are about to hit the table, and you watch as they go back onto the top of the glass. She sees this, and she's like, well, I suppose your luck can't last forever.
You see... Blessings be to Kaisi. Kaisi, I appreciate your help.
She looks and she realizes the most she can probably put in is 2 coins. She immediately grabs 9 coins. And you watch as she leans in over. There's no way 9 coins is going to do it. Make a perception check.
I will do so.
I love
Perception
how we
check.
went from like I love how we went from like an arena gladiator battle to just like two people staring over a cup,
Staring at a cup of
staring
whiskey.
so intensely at a
but
cup.
it's still just as tense.
Oh wait,
The body
no.
slam happens and it rocks the glass.
Just wait till we have what we've got coming up in just a quick moment.
My perception check was a 24.
With a 24, you notice as she is about to place the 9 coins in, for a brief moment, the water level changes and goes down quite a substantial amount as she starts putting in the 9 coins. And the 9 coins go fit.
I'm gonna before she finishes dropping them, I'm going to keep concentrating on control water, but I'm gonna drop the effect of it so that I'm no longer holding it up for her.
Oh yeah. No, but well, strangely enough, that's not what was saving it.
Yeah.
But now it is even more precarious. You believe that you cannot put another coin in.
Interesting. You have ways with magic as well, I see, huh?
Nah, sugar, no magic here.
No
Except,
magic?
of course, magic fingers, darling. And she kind of twirls your goatee in her long finger.
I have been told I have magic fingers too.
Gobby, Gobby, a bead of sweat drips down your brow as
Use control water and I force that sweat back in. Don't show weakness. Weakness. Oof. All right, I am going to. What could it be? What could it be that she's doing? Let me double check my spells. How many spell slots I've actually got left? Because that's a 4th gone and that's a 2nd gone. 3rd level spells. All right, let's see what I got. you might want to leave this tension while I decide what I'm going to do.
The tense moment passes over to the cooking contest. All right. As we find ourselves in the kitchens of our lovely Heliza and Biscotti, Biscotti is enraged as he says, "You there! What are you trying to do, nothing, sir, nothing. You think a Biscotti is a stupido, no, sir, no, of course not. Then why do you bring a Biscotti? The salt instead of the sugar! What?
I think he's trying to sabotage. Just saying.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to sabotage. I swear. Yes, this one is correct. You are trying to sabotage a Biscotti.
Yeah, you are trying to sabotage the biscotti.
All of you are like
All
the
of you.
traitor over there. He points at Antonio, who's like, "Come
I
get
wave at
some.
Antonio.
I will." He's yelling out. He's like, "Come get some. I'm gonna give you a right throttling, you giant balloon man." Was that okay?
I mean, I would have said to end his bloodline, but go you.
Yeah. Grr.
Wow. Wow. Good job, Tonio.
Oh, I'm feeling that this is a bit stressful, but I'm okay. I'm okay for now.
It's all right. Get it out. Get it out, Shug.
Okay. Yeah, Quincy, you watch as you quickly start turning. Make an insight check. Jesus.
It's a 12.
You could probably tell that Biscotti is like, as soon as Biscotti grabs hold of this kobold, right? You can kind of tell he's got a short temper and he has no tolerance for mistakes and excuses and yada yada yada. He grabs that kobold and he hurls him literally across the convention floor with one arm. And that is where you realize very quickly that Biscotti's not fat. He's a hill giant.
Oh.
he's just a very short hill giant, and he just with one arm just yeet, and that your little kobold just spins through the air, and you watch as he hits nose first into a wall with a dig 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 dig. His tail's like.
Oh my Scotty! Oh my gosh.
Why can't you be a more like this person whose name I totally remember? Huh?
Yeah.
I've been working with you for so long. This is the gratitude I get.
You should not do that to Biscotti. I am trustworthy. I can make French toast.
Yes. Now,
Yes.
Heliza, you have a moment to start cooking. As you do so, is there anything else you would like to be doing?
I think with how the sabotage went, we need a bigger distraction. So as she tosses everything together and uses fire magic to char the bellowing beast Chashu and stir it, she points her ladle at just a random musician in the corner.
You watch as a dreaded individual with like kind of a few facial piercings and the like, wearing a purple shirt, has like a tiny little Twitch symbol on it. He kind of seems to be there with what looks to be like a little DJ booth, wearing headphones with like a tiny little mimic heart on it.
Hey, you over there, music cat.
Yo,
Play
what?
me a melody.
Melody.
I want to gloat.
All right. This next one's for the Harrington over here. Let's go.
All
Gloat
right.
away.
And Heliza starts to gloat.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, I'm Heliza, and I'm cooking for you, Hunkon. My boy Biscotti over there's about to go get dunked on. Yes, it's true. The half-baked chef's career is through. What will he do? What am I making? Well, it's Dan Mapo tofu and an apple crumble. Scotty's mom would cry and say it's just like mine. Woohoo! The secret's love, you know that too. Oh yes, it's true. Oh, so what you gonna eat? Oh, so what you gonna eat? Oh, victory is sweet. Biscotti only tastes defeat. He only tastes defeat. And she flips Scotty off.
Taste those feet. Defeat.
All right.
You gonna take that? You're Biscotti. You don't take that. Come on, go fight. Hold me back.
Yeah, that is 100% worth an inspiration. So that was
Hell
amazing.
yeah.
Well done.
Take that inspo.
All right. Now as Biscotti, his once again his whole body, his whole head like becomes like ripe like a red tomato. Like he's just so angry as he looks. He's like, can you believe it, this guy? Huh? You think you can throw down? Oh, you think you can throw down a bars at Biscotti? Huh?
Bah.
He looks.
I did call you half-baked, Shug.
He looks over at the dreaded musician. You.
I'm already on it.
All right. Now, look, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm just going to take a moment to say here. I love the fact that Carson can do that live. I, however, have
Do it.
I know. I am not, however, brave enough to do stuff live. But that being said, I'm a damn prepared GM. So.
Dang. All right.
My restaurant is as big as a house, you cur. It's as big as a two-family house with a porch and a fence. You little rabbit think you ought to cook me, sir. It is clear that you and your friend both lack common sense. Why try to deny it? You're cooking like a spice. If you step to Biscotti, he put you on ice. The bigger the figure, the more I can eat her, the better the food her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the bigger the figure, the better I cook. Come, you try my rabbit ravioli, soft and round and sweet. A pleasure for your sense, I spare no expense. Who needs the love when you've something good to eat? The bigger the figure, the more I can eat her, the better the food her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the bigger the figure, the better I cook. With a splash of bumbleberry honey and a twist of lime, I serve a small banoffee along with your coffee. To eat your slop would be considered a crime. The bigger the figure, the more I can eat her, the better the food her, the better I feed her, the better I feed her, the bigger the figure, the bigger the figure, the better I cook.
While all that's happening, can I like be behind him, kind of like amazing?
Michael, you magnificent bastard.
That was
Very impressive.
This is actually just gonna turn to 8 Mile. It's fine.
Thank you.
Done with it.
Yeah, no, because it was really funny because Carson sent me his plan, and you know what? Like I was just like, I'm way too competitive to let that slide. So
Oh man.
But yes,
And thus started the career. Like, here's the thing: we're gonna have a musical episode. That's gonna happen. We're gonna.
Oh yeah, there's gonna be a
Exactly.
musical.
Well,
Musical
musical.
Fool's Gold.
Watch out,
We're
Hamilton.
already
Let's
in
go.
part 3 of a one shot. Why do we need a musical episode?
I'm down.
Next is a beach episode.
Yep.
Well, this is part 2 of a follow up. We need a sequel to part 2 of the follow up.
Right, my mistake.
And then we need a soft reboot of the sequel to the part 2 of this.
Also, Billowing Wilds. That sounds like a musical already. So
Yes, so.
You're not wrong. So, Quincy, you were saying, while of course Biscotti is very distracted, I'm going to point this out. Like,
Yes.
no need for stealth checks for this round. No
Yep.
need for sleight of hands. He is absolutely not paying attention. But the kobolds are paying attention, but they're very upset that their friend has been hurled across the convention floor. So they're not happy. So they're going to let you do whatever you want. So what are you going to do?
Okay. How much of the banoffee is done?
Most of the banoffee is done. The last thing is the mixed nuts that they go on top of the banoffee itself. These are supposed to be pecans, pistachios, and macadamia, which you can see some crushed nuts just off to the side here.
For sure. Is there like, I don't know how clean this entire place is.
Oh, immaculate.
Oh, never mind then. I was going to say, could I get some bugs?
That being said, you can probably like find the garbage with like a couple of like, flies like sort of.
Maybe not that then. Maybe not that. So while he's distracted, since it was like all baked and everything to do, what I was going to try to do is switch the flowers with self-rising flour and everything else because that'll bloom it up higher. But instead of being like super subtle and everything, what I'm probably going to do is use heat metal on the oven and like make it super hot.
Nice. All right. You watch as you sort of the kobolds kind of watch as you sort of step away. Now, keeping in mind the ingredients have been mixed, but I'm gonna say that he is so distracted you could mix in some quick rising flour as well if you would like.
I would like to. I would also.
Idea.
Yeah. I would like to do some things that would kind of chemically change it.
Yeah. Totally.
So self-rising flour.
Yep. You just kind of give it a quick as you yeah. There you go. And then you make your way over to the oven and the preheat. You can see the preheat, by the way, as you open the oven door. What you see is this tiny little flaming mephit, right?
Okay.
He's sitting at the bottom of what looks to be a stone oven. And it looks like he's reading a newspaper. And he's like, hey, do you mind?
No. I got you. You're doing a great job. Biscotti actually said he wanted to get you a break. He's doing a whole musical number thing. He said you could take a break. I'll take over.
Oh, you mean he's singing again? Yeah, no, oh my god, I swear, God, it's like listening to a beach walrus. Okay, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I got this. I got the whole
Okay,
fire
well,
thing. I do press C on my hand.
how long's my break? Do I come back in half an hour or what?
I'll cover for you.
Yeah,
I'll
okay,
call for you.
Okay, thanks, new guy. As
Yeah, I got
he-
you. I got you.
You also take a moment as he walks. He sort of leaps out of the oven and starts to walk away. But as he does, you realize he's holding a newspaper and he's on fire. He just he walks off. The oven begins to cool very quickly, as it no longer has its heat source.
Right. Okay, so I want to do prestidigitation and then just create a small like fire where it would be, just kind of like the size, roughly shaped size of his body kind of thing, just kind of like in the corner. Just so there's a semblance of a fire, since Presti kind of like works for a while. And then I'll wait. Basically what I want to do is like once he puts it in there, is in my mind I want to do heat metal and just like really instantly overcook it. So it's like outside burned, inside still squishy kind of thing. Yeah. So like that'll be after when he actually puts it in.
Because because the preheat will be at the too low a temperature, and then all of a sudden it's turned up to a too high. It's very smart.
Yep. I love it.
Almost like this guy knows what he's doing when it comes to the kitchen. You should run some sort of a kitchen or something.
A tavern or something like that.
Tavern,
Wow.
maybe, yeah.
You know what? I say this all the time. The trick to a good GM is knowing how to mess up, right? The trick to being a good cook is knowing how to mess everything up. I feel like, and as soon as Quincy said he's gonna be here to sabotage, I'm like, oh, he's not gonna make anything. Like he's just. So all right. So after the song battle, Heliza, what's your reaction to Biscotti's soprano? That's what I'm calling it. Don't laugh.
Sing, but not very well. What do I do?
She just starts cussing out Biscotti. Just full blown. Like just like. Whoa.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
she whips out the common. She whips out the Sylvan.
Yeah.
I think she also knows some halfling slurs. So like,
I kind of.
DJ Dread said, just
This is my diss track.
I'm kind of.
just manually beeping out the swears.
it's like an early you could probably mistake it for an early 2000s radio rap.
I'm kind of imagining that Antonio's there, like kind of holding Heliza by the arms, and she's like kicking and screaming, like trying to rip him apart. No! Beat him with your food!
Yeah, you're right. My food's even better than his. In fact, I would say that I am hotter than him.
Oh,
And that's where I'll leave it.
I like that. I'll pay that.
I'm gonna focus on my food.
all right. Now,
And she like flicks a gold to the dreaded DJ.
that is the most money you have seen this year.
I can finally eat! Eat and yeet! Let's go!
And
Been in my restaurant.
And yeah, you definitely take the money and go buy yourself a Beastmaster's chili corn hot dog.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It is
sounds
a
great.
delicious
Yeah,
hot
I'm
dog. Now, as the songster leaves, Heliza, we are going into what I have designed specifically for this adventure as a cooking challenge. Now, let's start with step 1, the preparation.
Mm-hmm.
For this, you may choose one of 3 skills. 3 checks, sorry. You may use any of these skills can be replaced with a craft culinary skill, or a tools culinary check. But to begin with, intelligence check to know the recipe down pat. Wisdom to have a good feel for it and use your gut to try and put together the recipe with what the Malaysians call aga-aga, which is just a little bit of everything, just touch and go, which, as you know, is very common to that cuisine, so you have advantage if you use your wisdom. Or
Okay.
you can use charisma to add a lot of flair, big flambe, and stuff like that, which of course will penalize Biscotti if you make the check while you do this.
Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna go. So I got the Gourmand feat, where if I'm proficient in culinary tools like the cook utensils, I can add double my proficiency bonus to checks with them. So I'm gonna go with that, but I'm
Beautiful.
gonna do it in the style of the no checking one, like the wisdom one.
Very well. All right.
Just flavor it like that. Ah, cooking fun. That is an 18.
18, nice. You watch as the very swift hands of Heliza start to chop and prepare all of the ingredients for your dish. You find some fermented beans and the like, and tucked away in like kind of like a refrigeration unit, you see some nice big wad of tofu. You take that out. You make a demi-glace sauce out of basically red chilies, very spicy, very hot, and you allow it to soak and steep into the beautiful tofu that's there, without cutting, breaking, or crumbling it. Anyone who crumbles tofu,
You go to hell.
yeah, you do not crumble tofu ever in my presence.
You go to tofu hell.
Oh, you go to tofu hell for that.
You can tofu yourself.
You
I
then
was going to say tofu.
you then begin to create a mix egg corn noodle mixture for your dan noodles, and as you do so, you mix Cheyenne peppers and a variety, giving it a very nice red color. But then you also make a secondary noodle, which you then fold the red noodle into the middle of it, so it basically looks like this kind of almost like a bullseye. As a series of these stringy, delicious-looking noodles get thrown into the pot for your preparation. Now, for cooking.
All right.
Cooking is a straight-up culinary challenge. Now, while this is going on, Quincy,
Hi.
Biscotti is trying to do the same. So his prep has been ruined because someone has given him raising flour and of course has ruined his preheat. So he is at disadvantage for his culinary check. As he puts together his raviolis, you watch as he flips them. He then shows you and says, I need you to make 21 of these raviolis. He shows you how to fold them. He basically puts the pasta out. You just need to take a scoop of the meat, throw it in, and work as swiftly as he does. What would you like to do as he's instructed you to take part? You can see some of the kobolds are trying to help as well.
I would like to do like half of them really, really properly, so like he can convince that I know what I'm doing, so that he'll walk away.
Make a deception check then, as you are, because again he's like letting the plebeians, he's letting his cooks handle it. He is the chef. He has the big hat. He has the big coat.
It's a 13.
13. All right, let's see how he goes. Well, he rolled a 5, so I mean, Biscotti is not onto you at all. I have no idea how Quincy, master of infiltration, with a giant mech bird that is somewhere. I want to point out. Like,
Coco's just chilling there.
She's also at the gambling table.
oh, exactly. Okay. So, meanwhile, you hear somewhere in the distance.
Oh,
All right. As you manage to create the half, Biscotti looks and he says, "You know what?" He puts his hand on your shoulder. You might just have something in you. I tell you what. If you learn from Biscotti, he will make sure that you have your own restaurant by the end of the year.
Oh no!
See, keep up the good
That's
work.
French.
Okay. He pats you on the back. As he does so, you kind of land in some flour, and it's just sort of.
What? And then I realize that I'm still supposed to be acting. Oh my gosh! I will never wash this clothes again. And I get back up and start trying to do the things, but like while he's like not looking away, I'm kind of like shoveling in just straight up flour, like into the ravioli.
See,
Oh
this-
my God.
It just makes
Just ravioli stuffed with
flour
flour.
Just stuffed ravioli flour. So this is like a pocket of just like dirt and dust and.
oh the carbs.
That is so nasty.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Quincy is so good at this. It really makes you wonder, like, what other establishments you've had like destroyed in your wake.
There was a cart one time.
You know what, Quincy? I'll tell you what. If ever this becomes a regular thing, I guarantee you there will be a long line of angry restaurateurs who have had Quincy as an apprentice, right? And all Quincy has done is steal their recipes and sabotage their business so that he can start Quincy's Tavern. That's what this rendition, this universe of Quincy is all about. Like basically
Using the chef's powers for evil.
Quincy's Tavern, it gives this like really wholesome, lovely front to try and hide the fact that everything you do is just straight up
I
stolen.
feel
like-
Nobody believes anybody. They're like,
It's all
Quincy,
tax
no,
evasion, money laundering.
No, I'm 100%.
Every time you
figured
put
it
something down on your TikTok, it's like just off camera is a guy who's like beaten up and crippled that you're just taking it from.
out. No, I've 100% got it down pat. This is Nega Quincy.
Mega Quincy.
I did say this was like Quincy before the tavern, so he's not quite put together. So
He
like he
hasn't
does
mellowed
whatever he
out
wants. He hasn't wisened up.
This is yick
Oh
yuck.
man. Yep. Okay.
Uh,
So, as you begin to make your flour raviolis, which are of course disgusting, one of the kobolds looks and says, "What are you doing?"
follow my lead.
What?
Do you? Okay. Do you like this guy?
Huh? No.
Do you like this guy? Okay. Follow my lead, and if we work things out well, Biscotti will be just ruined forever. Yeah.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh. That's a 7.
Biscotti! Biscotti!
I hold up a gold.
Make another one.
Kill him.
It's a 12.
Biscotti!
I was like, do that whoosh, too.
The flower in his
How about
mouth.
two?
Roll a persuasion with advantage.
Okay, that is so much better. Okay, that's a 16. Yeah. Wait, is
Biscotti
that the right
turns
one?
and says, "What? We're out of spring onion." He takes your gold.
Yes.
I thought that kobold was gonna end up in the ravioli.
Yeah. I thought we were about to get a kobold in an apple.
So me-
No. It's just the root. It's just the bulb at the bottom of the spring onion that's just in a ravioli.
Yeah.
That's it. And he gives
Alright,
you a thumb
follow my
up.
lead.
He puts salt in one of the raviolis.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just
yeah,
gonna
the-
keep-
Yeah, and
just doing our
down
thing.
and down the line, you can basically see that they're just like, what's going on? I don't know. And just we're apparently making prank ones. So ha ha ha. 'Cause kobolds love pranks.
I'll get pranked.
Yeah. It's like pull your hair out and just kind of stuff it in there kind of thing and just kind of like bite your toenails and nails off. Just kind of stuff this in there too. Yeah.
Oh
Whatever.
boy.
All right. So, as we go into the main cooking stage of this, Biscotti has no. Oh wow. Okay, Biscotti is working on a sauce, but I won't tell you what's in it or what it'll do until we come back as we pan over to Malachi. Now, Malachi, you arrive at what looks to be the large convention hall where all of the innovative technologies are being displayed. You see lots of people hustling and bustling through the area, showing off their wares and their goods. Telling people like, "Oh yes, come and check out our latest innovation. Behold, we have dread nets. If you have dreadlocks, we put little things on them, and then they become like nets, and they catch things." I'm not making these up.
Definitely sounds planned.
Definitely.
I'm going over to walk over and talk to the dreadnet guy because Malachi has dreads. Let me get this straight. You can turn my dreadlocks into nets. How does that work?
Well, first of all, we use these tiny little hooks and we put them at the end of your dreads. Then what they do is they pull! And then when your hair is at its full extension, they then circle around and hook into something, and then they pull! And then you've got a hair net.
Can I get a demonstration, perhaps?
Yeah, sure. Hey, Eugene. As you see this goblin come out. All right. Yes. Hello. My name is Eugene. What can I help you with? Eugene. Now put these on your hair. I really don't want to. Eugene. Yes. You do want to finish your internship, don't you? Yes, I do. Then you'll put the frickin' hairnet on. Right. You watch as he very painfully puts them on. Is this going to be like the shoe thing? No, it's not like the shoe thing. Because my feet still haven't healed. No, you'll be fine. All right, ready? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And you hear this god-awful tearing sound and screaming, and I will leave it to the imagination of our lovely audience as to what has just happened.
That is exactly what I thought would happen.
But let's just say that Malachi is not impressed.
I'm more impressed by the gnome in the can.
Oh, yes, no, that's over there. Gnome in a can, gnome in a can, if anyone can, the gnome in a can.
The jingle just doesn't end.
Yeah, it's still going. It's amazing.
The jingle has 80 verses.
I'm going to give see where I can determine where Miri is.
Oh, you know exactly where Miri is. As you watch crawling out of what looks to be basically what seems to be just crawling out of this huge pile of like green murk. You see the form of Ollie with Miri riding atop of him in the center of the large arena.
How close can I get to the ref?
The ref is hovering just above the arena floor. I mean, if you fly, you can get right next to him.
Even if I don't have to fly, am I able to get in charm range?
What's your charm range?
Give me a sec, I'll bring that up.
The moment where you as a GM realize that part of your regular conversations is things like, what is your charm range? What range is your attractiveness? Well, you know, I can do Smoldering Pirate.
Global.
I have global charm. No, only Quincy has global charm.
Rude.
Rude. Where is it? We go 30 feet.
30 foot. All right. Not without getting into the arena with Miri.
Is that allowed?
You don't know.
Okay, it's one of those certainly can try situations.
Yeah, absolutely. Most
right.
of my situations are you certainly can try.
Shoot, I don't think I have any other way of getting close enough to charm, so do I have any sort of like communication? I don't think I do. Boy, so I can't diffuse the situation. I can only aggravate the situation. I guess.
Well, I mean, if you want to, make a perception check.
Okay. Oh boy, it's not good. Perception will be 5. Oh wait, I have advantage. For some reason. Not better. 12?
12. All right. You can see someone who seems to be sitting by the arena. He seems to be taking very intensive notes about what seems to be going on. He seems to like be kind of like you know those people who like kind of gamble and they've got like the newspaper roll and they've got like just lots of information about stuff. He looks like one of these dudes.
All right, I'm gonna head over there. I had advantage because of my heightened senses, because of my blood hunter features. All right, move over.
As you go over there, you see what looks to be at first it looks to be just a regular dude with a red shirt and a strange-looking cowboy kind of hat.
All right. Well, I'm going to use charm on this individual.
All right.
It'll be a save. Yeah, DC 17, and it's wisdom.
All right, DC 17. Very well. Let's see if he makes it. He rolled a 7. He did not. All right. The individual you see is...
Oh, okay.
Oh, boy.
You're okay. Hello, friend.
Oh, Hi there.
Oh boy. Okay. Sorry, my Zoom is taking its time.
Yeah.
Well, ain't you a tall fella?
Indeed. Nice observation. I see you're observing this encounter very closely as well.
Well,
Can you tell me why?
Why this encounter is here? Why I'm looking at it?
Why you're writing down notes.
Sorry. This is just a bad habit of mine. I tend to document. My God, you look really strong. I just try like to make notes. You see, I'm a bit of a traveler around the Bellowing Wilds here, and knowing about the critters that seem to be moving around is kind of one of the things I do. My cousin he gives me free tickets to the convention. You see, I don't know why I'm rambling right now, but I'm just very terrified of you, sir. You definitely have the demeanor of a man who can rip my head apart like it were a watermelon.
I do like watermelon.
Oh God.
God.
Put my arm around him and pull him closer.
Oh,
and
that is definitely non-consensual.
What do you mean?
Nothing, sir.
Well,
why are you so cold?
Let's have a look at these notes
skin
that
is
you've
like
been
ice.
writing. We're friends.
We are.
We've been friends for a long time. Yes. You're charmed by me.
I am charmed.
I need
I'm
to-
definitely charmed. I definitely feel
We're
as
good
though
friends.
and friends do not eat friends. I feel
exactly.
that very strongly right now.
Yes. Well, tell me about these notes. What are you writing here?
Oh well. You see the creature in there. That there is a moss wyvern. It's quite a rare creature here in the Bellowing Wilds, and
Right.
it's supposed to be an ambush predator according to my research and
Right.
I told my cousin that it ain't no good idea for folk to use them in kind of a battle situation. In fact, I think it's kind of.
Have you had an encounter with one of these moss wyverns before?
Oh heavens no! I usually try to stay away from things. I have some people I often send to deal with that sort of thing. Wait,
Can I
has
give
he-
an insight check? He has, maybe. I'm not. I guess I'm using meta knowledge, kind of, but not
has
really.
he dealt with one of these?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
I did deal with one of these once. Unless of course this is a
Right.
timeline where I haven't dealt with it yet.
A moss wyvern is something easily forgotten, so I don't have to be worried about Miri or Ollie in there.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, well, right. So, question. If I was to jump into that arena, would there be a problem with everyone around here?
Oh,
Would people get upset about that?
Well, that depends. I mean, if you're a trainer and you're jumping in, then you'd be interrupting the match, and it would be technically a disqualification on behalf of both parties. If you were, however, wearing well, I mean, if you were a creature, that'd be an entirely different thing, because obviously, you if you've got a trainer, then you can summon out multiple creatures. But why do you ask? It sounds like you may be looking to get yourself in a bit of trouble there, sir.
No trouble at all. I just, I need to talk to my friend, and this encounter needs to end very soon. The sooner the better.
Well, yeah, no, going to the arena, we'll do that quick, smart, and in a hurry.
All right.
Can I have my shoulder back now?
Sure. What was your name again?
Smith.
You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
No, sorry. I meant I need to remember to go see a Smith about a thing. My name is Jack. Ohio Jack.
Nice to meet you, Jack. I hope we meet again.
Yeah, likewise.
Safe travels.
No, let's push through the crowd towards the edge of the arena.
Ooh, I swear it gets weirder here every single time. I don't know why I keep coming here.
I was sure you were gonna chuck Jack into the ring.
Yeah.
I was worried about that for a moment.
I choose
Who
you.
wasn't it?
All right, and with that, Jack sort of
Nice.
All right. There you go.
All right. Okay. Well, then I guess I'm going to jump into the ring.
I think Jack must have met Valor at some point and got modified memory. That's why he had trouble remembering.
Yeah, I had trouble remembering
There we go.
the wyvern, of course. Yeah,
That's what it would have been.
Makes sense.
Also, he was too charmed. He was very, very charmed, and he was mostly thinking about, like, try not to think about vampires, try not to think about vampires. Have you fought a wyvern? No, I fought vampires. Wait, dang it! All right. Now, center of the arena. Ollie rises. Miri. He is now well rested, apparently. He is still very injured. In fact, the slime has no bearing on how injured Ollie is, right? Like, it has nothing to do with him at all. Ollie is still getting injured, but because you've used the rest ability, it's restored some of the slime. He stands up, and again, more drool. Pineapple.
Okay, so you said that there's like water everywhere now, if I'm remembering that correctly.
Yes, it's kind of like water and mud and all this kind of like slime and grease. Now, as this kind of happens, you watch as the body of Ollie, covered now in this like kind of sludge, suddenly starts to, I don't know, get bigger somehow, like 10 times bigger specifically, and his size is now dwarfing that of the wyvern, who is now trying to stand up as he kind of shakes and twists, and he looks around almost like he can't believe that how big Ollie's gotten, and then looks upwards, and what was once a 12-foot tall creature is like going upwards to like literally just like almost like a colossal dragon size, and Ollie seems to continue to grow. Miri, you are on top of this.
Do I know this about Ollie? Like, is this something that he does?
Ollie has once described his strength to you specifically. When you asked, why is Ollie so big, his response was that, well, you see, I wasn't actually this big all the time. I used to be a human, you see, and then I got turned into this big ox. The thing is I was actually a much bigger one. But then, I really started to concentrate. I squeezed my eyes like really tight, and then I put myself into a smaller body. But I was still pretty big because I couldn't get into houses and things. It's like it's like holding in a poo, right? It's very much like what it's like. At some point or another, you've got to go. But until then, I'm holding it in and I'm staying as small as possible so that I'm not causing anyone any trouble.
So if I'm getting this right, the less he thinks, the bigger he gets.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
And he is swelling, like, again, continuing to grow as his muscles begin to relax and expand outwards to their natural form.
So putting the old lobotomized things on him was probably their downfall.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Absolutely. As they are straining against his arms, you can watch as these little pins sort of as they fly out of the little casing. Miri, you are, however, now gradually rising above 20 foot off the ground.
Oh god.
Oh, that ceiling's getting a lot closer. Okay,
And she'll look over down at the bracers on Ollie's wrists and says,
yeah, you know what? I think those have to go.
and then she will try to climb down to them and see if she can actually jimmy them off.
All right, you make your way down his arm, moving down, grabbing onto the fur. You climb and you find yourself placing your spider limbs attaching to the fur while you work on trying to break free your friend. You may use your thievery tool proficiency if you would like to try and break free the shackles.
I don't have anything like that.
You may attempt to kick at them.
Shoot, I wish I had something to to use on this, but I really don't. She's
Well-
not the steely kind of rogue.
Well, looking around, you see two things. Number one is you can see Malachi seeming to head towards the arena from the eastern gate. Second is you do see your bag of seemingly very magical and non-magical trinkets of a spidery variety.
Mm-hmm.
I'm giving you what's called the magic bag bonus. If you can give me something that would warrantly be themed after a spider as a tool
Oh my
or a
God.
thing, I'm happy to have it be present in your gift bag.
Shoot. Okay, so something that would be handy for picking a lock. But
Nobody
it's
can.
like a skeleton key, but it's a spider skeleton. An
Yeah, like
exoskeleton key.
an auto pick, like it's a spider goes. It's like
Spider
a
bazooka.
clockwork. But yeah,
How about a
Think about
spider? No, how about a spider Swiss Army knife?
Done. You see, obviously, in there, you pull out what looks to be this dark, deep purple, sort of like a sphere with what looks to be like lovely purple stripes throughout it. And as you sort of move and switch, you pull out each of the different spider legs, which presents a different tool. You may
You
use
can have
this-
8 tools at once. That's why it's spider themed.
Actually, it's got 16 because each spider leg then goes into 2 things,
That's too much.
and then each of those ones go into no.
Stop
it. All right. You do have a set of tools now, and you may use your thievery tools if you would like.
Okay. Do I get any kind of bonus rolls on this? Like a number?
I will give you nothing.
Okay, thank you.
Great.
I thought about it. I was like, when people,
hang on
I'm
a second.
usually quite nice, and when people ask me for stuff, I'm like, how can I make that work? And then at some point or another, I go, no.
yeah.
Okay, well, can I just add my intelligence modifier to it?
Sure, I'm happy for that.
Okay, so an 18.
18, nice. As the spider limbs, you hear this as the bracelet falls to the ground. Almost as if in synergy, the other one does the same. And you see Ollie. I'm so tired.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, Ollie. Sort of got into a bit of a sticky situation. You can go sit down if you want.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna sit down. He turns around, and as he sits down, the wyvern. Boom! Oh, and he uses another body slam! The wyvern is down and out. It was super effective. You watch as
Well, you
these
know what?
wings.
If that works, that works.
These poor wings start twitching as Malachi comes down and sees Ollie kind of like sitting on the wyvern, partly asleep.
Well,
And then Miri
that
will
was
then
super
turn.
effective. So,
and then,
Yeah, well, go ahead. You were about to say something.
well, I don't. Is Malachi with? I don't think she
Is
knows.
Malachi
he's
down
there
here?
yet.
He's on his way down, so he's at the gate.
Oh,
when
sure.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Well,
Okay.
you'll basically be down there at this point.
Right.
And
guess it-
you watch as the goblin, like who's been doing all the announcements, suddenly writes down, like, we are calling this the new move, the booty slam.
The booty slam.
Yep.
Brought the thunder.
Ollie is
down
trying to
under.
learn booty slam, but Ollie cannot learn more than 4 moves.
It's
Previous
on the
move to-
panel.
Yeah.
Forget a previous
Forget a
move to
move.
learn booty slam.
Miri has to
Yep,
decide.
that's it.
What do you want to
Oh,
do,
yeah.
Miri? Do you want to forget a move and learn booty slam?
Please.
Probably. I don't know.
He throws the panel away. No, we're not doing this no more.
Well, I don't want to find. What do I have
want
to
to
get
learn
rid of?
booty slam.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have
Oh my
This-
god. It's called a twerk quake.
twerk.
Oh my
God.
Ah, that's
Yeah.
brilliant. Twerk quick.
Who
Oh,
said
man.
that?
Twerk quake.
Now,
Here.
Yeah, narrate. You're a narrator.
yeah.
Jing-
You wish you were here with his
think that's
fur.
canon.
All right. So,
Are we seriously asking for me to like change one of the
no,
moves?
it's fine. No, we went on seriously. I'm trying to regain my composure, but they won't.
Yeah. Amazing.
So, Malachi, you get to the Eastern Gate just in time to watch as Ollie crushes this large creature. As it lies there, it is not dead. It is not unconscious. It is just unable to move underneath what is effectively 220-ton worth of Ollie.
Oh my gosh.
Its pride is mostly wounded.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's entirely
and also
it.
its spine.
Like it's trying to bite into his voluptuous behind, but again, it's just like it's when an animal is trying to bite something it can't, like a T-Rex trying to it's trying to do something, nothing's happening. And you're just safely by the side of Ollie, away from danger as Malachi approaches.
Miri.
Oh, hey!
Hi. So, interesting development. I spoke. Oh, go ahead.
No, it's just
She gestures wildly.
this is what I've been up to.
Is he bigger?
All of this.
Yeah, that
I'm
might we're gonna deal
bigger.
with that. Yes, you are, and we're gonna just you don't worry about it, buddy. Just take a rest, and we'll deal with it
Okay.
later.
Will you wake me up when there's food?
Sure.
I'm a little hungry.
No problem. I think we get to have that jelly now.
Jelly!
Yeah. So,
I love jelly. Oh, is that enough for everyone?
We'll deal with that when we get to it.
Okay. I want to save some for Bonk. And just... Bonk! No! Oh. As he then just falls asleep.
Oh, dear.
Look down. He goes, "Careful."
So after the ground shakes, she turns back to Malachi and says,
So what's up with you?
I just met, that weaver we met before.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy's name's actually Webster, apparently. And
Oh,
he,
that's ironic.
yeah.
I love Mary so much.
I love it. He was apparently undercover.
Oh, okay. That's better than what I thought. Oh, okay.
Yeah, a web of deceit he's weaving, and he apparently has been tracking. Some of your people have been taken by the hunters. 14 of them, in fact.
Excuse me?
Yes.
and she turns and looks up at Outback Jack. Is he still around?
Outback Jack is like just sitting there like like trying to push buttons, nothing's happening. Like, he's like smooshing the keyboard. He just
Miri, you just say the word and I'll rip his flippin' throat out. I'm not gonna swear on stream. I wanted to. I almost did.
It's a very PG-13 Malachi there.
I'll rip his
Intimidating vampire of a man. I'll rip his flipping throat out.
I'll rip his flipping throat out.
gosh darn it.
Gosh darn it.
That Monday, Friday.
Another trucker that hurt like a butt cheek on a stick.
And Miri says,
Well, you know what? We're gonna get to that. But first things first, I think we need some info.
How do you
And I'd
want to
like
get
to
it?
have a how about the hard way?
My favorite. Let's do it.
Great.
how high up is Outback Jack from where we are?
So if you cross the arena, which is 120 foot long, he is about 10 foot off the ground on a small platform. Again, still stamping his feet and trying to push a button. That is just not working.
Sorry, how high up did you say?
10 foot.
Oh, okay, awesome. So Miri is able to cross over to that and then leap the entire 10 feet up to where he is.
All right. As you do so, he sees you coming, and he basically he doesn't wait for you to jump up. He kind of climbs down himself, and he kind of walks to the center of the arena, and he says, "All right, you got me. apparently, the size does matter.
I've got Miri's back, by the way. I'm right behind her.
So, I think maybe it's time that we have a bit of a discussion about the reward or the prize for winning this match.
Yeah, something about jelly. He sort of smirks and kind of like he's got like kind of this like dirt-eating grin as he kind of like looks over to you like he's pretending like you didn't have a deal.
Yeah, well, you know what? I think I'm going to add a couple other things to the jelly. So first of all, you're going to return our friends that you stole, including Bonk, Fallon, and Nakrasha. And also, I hear that there's something to do with captive weavers that I get the feeling, just by that stupid look on your face and your general whole schmarmy little business, that you actually might have something to do with that.
Look, okay. First of all, I resent that remark. In fact, there are a lot of us Beastmasters here, and not all of us are the same. And I'll have you know that I have never touched a weaver in my life. And he pokes you on the nose, except for just then.
Perception check?
You may make a insight check.
Yes, that's the correct one.
That's the word.
That's the thing.
Michael playing with his A game. Because Rob's on his channel and Rob likes to stress me.
I do have perception checks.
Oh, wait, that way.
That way.
Is that a perception? So it's not an insight.
Insight.
It's a
It is an
insight. Yeah.
Crap. Don't have. That one's one I don't have one more.
Shame.
What is insight's modifier?
Wisdom.
12.
12. Outback Jack is definitely smarmy. He definitely knows something. But that being said, he seems to be telling the truth. He is not responsible for kidnapping the Weavers. He says, look, as far as your friends go, we can't, rules and regulations of the Beastmasters as they were, taking sapient life forms and, slaves and all that is a big no-no. And that's something that old Outback Jack is definitely true to. And look, I mean, as far as your friends go, the little one that just couldn't shut the hell up, we dumped him in the woods with his big angry friend. The axe we threw like a few yards away further. But yeah, they're maybe about 4 or 5 miles. Oi boys, where do we drop those 2 starways? About 4 or 5 miles. Yeah, about 4 or 5 miles. Just just about it.
Okay, so what about Bonk then?
What's a bonk?
He's a little Pachycephalosaurus dinosaur that you took.
Oh, that thing. Yeah, we kind of sold that one. I mean, it was an animal, so fair game.
Who did you sell him to?
Well, obviously we were looking at a number of different places we could sell. But I think we ended up selling it to the convention, actually. As soon as we rocked in, they asked us if we had any new gear, and we said, fair dinkum, we have a tiny little Pachycephalosaurus, and they said, how young is it? And we said, it's a little fella. And they were like, well, we're doing this big cook-off thing, and we might make it the mystery prize at the end of that big goal cook-off there. So it's out of my hands. I don't have him on me at the moment. But your friends, perfectly safe. And the Weavers, don't know about that. At least, don't know about that.
I have a question.
Yeah? What's your question, Bright Eyes?
Where's my chicken?
Your what?
My chicken.
Your chicken?
Yes.
You mean El Pollo Loco? Yeah. Nah, that was a whole thing. You watch as his eyes kind of glaze over, and in the background you hear like the sounds of like screams and stuff like that. And he's like, as he sort of says, I don't know where it came from. Just this storm came in front of the dirigible. It was the strangest thing we ever saw, almost like it was chasing us like an animal. Next thing I heard was a scream from Davin. Davin! Davin, what is it? Then blood all across the deck. But no Davin. All we could hear was this ominous sound of footsteps, like something skittering across the bow of the ship. We searched for it, sent our best after it, but one by one, we found them tied up and thrown overboard, hanging by their feet. All I remember was the chilling call of this dreaded creature. Baka. It'll haunt my nightmares for the rest of my life.
The chicken.
That was no chicken. That was El Pollo Diablo. And you watch as soon as he says that, some of the other crewmates of him just start spinning on the flag.
Spinning around.
Spinning around 3 times. Pollo Diablo.
You see a very proud and sinister grin on Malachi's face, and he just nods. Just, that'll do, chicken. That'll do.
You see like this backdrop of like a sunset, a chicken just in the background, like looking like...
Terrifying instruments and beats.
So happy.
All right.
Okay, well, I guess thanks for the information, and thank you for not, selling off our friends too. But I still don't like you, and we're gonna move on, and you do not get a spider sticker.
I'm gonna lean in to whisper in Miri's ear. Are you sure you don't want me to rip out his throat? It would be so easy.
No, see, Malachi, in situations like this, we really should keep him around in case we need more intel.
That's smart. Yes. Okay. I lean back.
He tips his hat to you and he says, "For what it's worth, despite your size, you're a damn good fighter. If you ever want to be a Beastmaster, give us a call." As he flicks you what looks to be a small card for the Beastmasters, and it's got their symbol on it.
Yeah, she rips that up.
He sort of smiles widely, and he says, "All right, come on, let's get going. I want to get something faced before we fly out." As he moves.
Go get Soul Sugar Face.
Go get some Soul
Sugar Face. It's already trended. It's already here. Yeah. Gotta get me some Soul Sugar.
All the rage on D&D Instagram.
Yep. All right. As he disperses and the like, we now return as Miri, Malachi, the two of you leave the pit fighting arena. Where would you like to go next?
I mean, they said that Bonk was likely at the cook-off, so we have to go to where the cook-off is.
All right. You begin to make your way towards the cook-off, where the smells and the senses are overflowing with the aromas of the cook-off in high swing. But before we get to there, we return, of course, to our dear friend Gobby.
So you say that in the rules, the last person to touch it, if it overflows after they have placed, they lose, right?
That's right, Sugar. Looking down at you, the woman seems to have like this very flirtatious grin. The both of you know that another coin will likely cause this to tip. Yeah.
I take out my iron filings, and I'm going to do a little minor prayer under my breath to Stella, I believe her name is. Let me double check that. Stella, goddess of innovation, arcana, and knowledge. And I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on the thing without touching it. I'm going to just sprinkle iron filings around it and cast Dispel Magic on the cup to see if there's anything trickery that she's doing.
As you do so, there is no magic on the cup.
Yeah. Well, in that case, I will take a coin, and I will. I'm still concentrating on control water because Dispel Magic isn't a concentration spell. So I'm still concentrating on control water. I hold the meniscus, and then I drop the coin, and it lands on top of the meniscus, and then just sinks beneath it. And I just
and as it sinks and it raises it slightly higher, I need you to make me that concentration check we talked about. So you're going to be using your casting stats to try and use your power to exert strength.
Here we go. No whammies. 15 plus 9, 24.
Oh, yeah, you hang on to it.
And I look in her eyes. I say, "Your turn."
She smiles. And she takes out another 4 coins. She rattles them in her fingers. You can hear the sounds of their metal jingling as she's considering what to do next. She swaps hands. And as she does, she puts one at a time. 1.
As soon as the first one goes in, I drop my so that she's technically the last person to have touched it, and I drop the effect of it.
As you drop it, it does not seem to budge. She drops a second coin in, and it doesn't seem to budge. The third coin,
as she reaches her hand out with the third coin, I put my Dispel Magic. I cast Dispel Magic again, but over her hand this time.
Let's see how magic your hands really are.
She dusts off your iron filings. And she then puts the third coin in.
But no effect with Dispel Magic.
No effect.
On neither her hands or the drinks.
And the last coin goes in, and she drops it in.
I would like to see what these magic fingers can do.
I take a coin and I just throw it, and it goes bloosh into this bulging meniscus of whiskey that's just it's like something's blown up a balloon of whiskey inside this cup, and it's just a big bubble of
it is now expanded. All right, make your,
I would like to see what else your magic fingers can do, and I just throw it.
All right, go ahead.
I'm not trying. I'm just conceding defeat.
Right. Okay, so as you explode it, as it does so, she invites you to drink the whiskey.
I will take it and I will drink it.
It is incredibly sweet, like sugary sweet.
Oh, this is very close to being soul sugar with this many coins in it.
You actually take a closer look at the coins inside. There is about half the coins that were put inside the actual whiskey that are currently there.
So what, you're going to tell me your secret? Illusion coins, or?
She hands you one of her coins. It's very light.
It's made of sugar.
It is made of sugar.
Very good. Oh. Sorry, I got one of my gold coins.
Well, I like you, friend. And you know what? For what it's worth, you keep that pile of gold. I'll just take me hat back.
Yeah, don't need the hat. You have this.
But as for our wager,
let's talk about that favor, huh?
You see, I've got some product that needs to be moved with a certain level of discretion, you see. And, well, the Beastmasters, I can't really be looking at recruiting from my own. But as someone who's not affiliated, I was hoping that I could maybe ask if you and some trustworthy sorts I saw you walking in with might be interested in helping me move some cargo. Nice, easy job. Just
that can be arranged.
Yep. I just need you to take a small shipment to Calandria, or at least across the Calandrian border, and no questions asked, do a handover with one of my associates.
Very well. Perhaps this fast vehicle you were acquiring can be loaned to us to get to the Calandrian border.
I think that can be arranged. Plenty more where they came from, and I mean, what's a high-speed aerial arcane airship among friends?
Aerial ship. Fantastic.
I
I look forward to our business arrangement.
She stands up and tips her hat to you. She says, when you and your friends are ready, y'all meet me outside. I'll have the airship primed. And she
Very well.
she actually leans down and kisses Gobby on the cheek as she moves away. Gobby, it is in that moment that I need you to make me a perception check.
Very well, with a +9, here we go. Oh, not 20, +9, 29.
Nice. Whether or not you wish to stop her is entirely up to you, because she hasn't done anything to the pile of coins in front of you. But as soon as she leaves and walks away, you realize that she's pickpocketed you and stolen your wallet from inside your jacket.
Very, very impressive. I'll just let her have it, and I'll take all of the coins. Grab one of my component pouches. Like, I was running
after
out.
your own heart.
Right, yeah, I was running out of this anyway. I'll just tip the rest of this component pouch out and use it as a coin purse. New coin purse.
Nice. All right. What is your next course of action?
I will then cast guidance on myself and set off into the crowd looking for my friends and where they've gone. And I'm like, hey, I've got some gloves, everybody. The task that we came here for. I've got some. Now we can find Bunk and get him out of the box.
As you cast guidance, your stomach goes, I think they're all at the cook-off right now.
Thank you, guidance stomach. That's a canon thing now.
It's canon.
Thank you, stomach guidance.
All right. So as you make your way past and through the various crowds, you eventually head towards the smell of what is now roaring Szechuan cuisine that is now burning and blazing hot. Our two competitors side by side are engaged in glorious battle as they are cooking a literal storm between the two of them. Fire ignites from ovens and stoves, and we are now onto the main cooking challenge. Thanks to, of course, our lovely efforts from Quincy and the kobold betrayers of Biscotti.
Saboteurs!
Saboteurs. He has almost no chance of winning unless he rolls a natural 20. Which I'm gonna roll in chat just so that that I can just say it's a digital dice. Okay, if it's a 20, here we go. He rolled a 6.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Hell no. Okay. So, with that, as Biscotti is preparing his meal and stuff, he doesn't understand why the cooking times are off. He's frantically moving over the ravioli when suddenly there's this and he's like, what the hell? He turns and he sees the oven is starting to overflow with flour that is pouring out, seeping out the edges. What is going on here, huh?
I kind of like give like a little fist bump to the kobold beside me.
The little kobold like fist bumps you. And he kind of like jumps up to do so because he's short.
He's trying his best.
Biscotti is enraged and he's furious. He's throwing pots and pans off around the room. Every now and then, like he grabs hold of a kobold and throws him into the ceiling. Who's then hanging onto the lighting fixture, trying not to fall to their death. All right, Heliza. Things are going unwell for poor Biscotti. How are things going for you?
Did you want me to make a check to see how my cooking's going?
Absolutely. Now this is all about the skill that you have. So I'm gonna need a dexterity check as you, or you can use your culinary tools.
Let's do the culinary tools. And that's a natural one, so I'm gonna burn an inspiration for that one.
Oh, nice.
Okay. And that's a lot better. That is a 21.
Nice. With a 21 in front of you, you watch as this this very, very beautiful. Hold on, wait. You know what? Let me. This is cool music. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you like the sound you're hearing right now, this is Bundarico, the music from the Kickstarter for Fool's Gold, which you guys should absolutely go and check out right now, because it is still on. It is still building up large amounts of stuff and cool rewards. And this is, of course, the thing that we're doing right now. And Bundarico, by the way, is named after the place where our adventure began for the Dingo Doodle series. Yes.
Yeah, more or less. It's like the kind of the home base town that we stayed at.
Yeah, we always return to Bundarico.
Yeah. So again, I like to think of that as like one of the main themes of the of their campaign. But
totally.
I think, for the most part, I think a battle between someone cooking mabu tofu should sound a lot like this instead. All right. Flames flick off your pan. Szechuan peppers and chilies fly everywhere, creating almost like the scene of a red dragon in spice swirling around in a perfect circle around you. All right. So, your dexterity check of 21, you are working with the utmost skill and care as your food hits the flames and the noodles begin to collide with flavor. What I need from you is a charisma check. Now, this is a straight charisma check in terms of your finesse with the presentation, how your actual meal is going to look.
All right, we got 12.
Not bad. I mean, it's plated kind of, half-heartedly. You've kind of put
it looks like home cooking.
It does very much look like home cooking. And you can see the apple crumble that is being made, pulled out by the kobold, who sort of smells it. It looks and smells divine. You're almost actually jealous because it is actually almost a make-for-make recipe followed by Biscotti's mother. Like,
oh man,
damn, that woman knew how to cook, or that woman knew how to bake. Now, Biscotti has one last trick up his sleeve. Seeing the marble tofu going into full swing, he comes up with an idea. You, bring me all the artichoke you can, everything! He looks at Quincy.
Yes, sir! And then I'm going to look around and kind of just like, as I do, like really excited that he asked me to do something, kind of like bumble my way, like knocking stuff over as I do, looking for the artichokes.
Hurry, quick!
I toss him an avocado.
This is not an artichoke! Do you not know what an artichoke is?
Does that go in French toast?
He throws the avocado in your direction. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, it's just straight up. Okay, so that's just a 13.
13. All right, yeah, you managed to deftly dodge the avocado as he pushes you aside and grabs some artichokes.
Oh, I thought that was a pear.
He frantically begins to grate them down, and all he makes out of this is a small cupcake. He then shaves some Parmesan onto it. He then puts a swirl of nutmeg and spices, and basically like uses a blowtorch to like sear the cheese on top. It is very...
As he's doing the searing, as he's doing like the...
Yep.
I want to do Presti and go and make it smell like it's rancid.
Ooh.
Can we just take a second to appreciate Quincy's usage of the shortening of prestidigitation to Presti?
Yes.
I love that. And now, yeah.
That needs to be common knowledge now.
Presti makes it so much easier for people to say.
Oh yeah. And now I want to see that Presti pasty. Because...
That sounds like someone putting something on their boobies and like Presti pasties.
Nope, it's ruined now. I don't want that.
That's what he said. All right.
It made them Cornish.
What about Presti pastries?
Presti
There you
Pastries
go.
is dope.
Oh
yeah.
man, that could be like a
dope.
little subset. Presti pastries. Presti pastries is a new custom cantrip spell that allows you to create a box of small assorted cookies. That's
Done.
it. That's all it does. You just create a box of small assorted cookies. All right.
All I've ever
Or if you
wanted.
fail your check, you get sewing equipment.
It's a magical item, yes. I love it.
I love it. So
So,
good.
as you look at making this thing smell rancid, Biscotti has the smell waft up in his face. He actually smiles, and he continues.
Okay. Dang it.
As he
okay.
he puts the
Okay.
blowtorch away, and you hear a gong.
Can I press it really quickly, like without if he's not looking at me, or I want to try to anyway. I want to make like it a color. It says I can make a color. I want to make it look like it's.
Currently, it is a green with blue blobs over it, and a yellow
so it
kind
already
of crust.
Oh, it already looks moldy. Gosh. Okay.
It
Um,
already looks terrible.
already
Go on,
looks
make this
horrible.
look worse, Quincy.
ha!
Haha.
Okay. Well, if it looks like that, I'm just like, okay. Well, I don't know what this guy's up to, so I can't do anything about it. So that's all I got. Never mind.
All right.
All right.
It's like
Now-
blue cheese.
Now, this is a unofficial street battle, as it were. So, moving up towards Heliza, presenting the cupcake, is Biscotti, and Heliza, you come out with your apple crumble and your marble tofu. Seeing only a single cupcake. You kind of look behind. You can see Quincy behind the kitchen. Biscotti can't see him. You guys can have a moment if you want to. Biscotti then looks behind him. And looks back forward, and he just keeps going. As he does so, he says, "So it looks not terrible."
It smells
Yeah.
funny.
I mean, you sure created a dish there, Shug. More power to you.
Well, Biscotti, he only need a one dish. But this one will, of course, knock your socks out.
Well, Shug, I don't wear socks. I'm a rabbit. My feet are lucky.
Yes, lucky. Now,
That's a sinister laugh there, buddy.
no, it's family laugh.
Oh, of course.
Got that from my mother.
No offense taken.
He puts the cupcake down. He says, "How about we try yours first?"
Well, for sure.
He digs into the marble tofu, and as he does, you watch as his eyes begin to water, and as you taste it, the spices begin to swirl around like a smooth, creamy torrent down his throat. The crunches and textures from the very fresh, double-fried vegetables that you've mixed in with the noodles that you've made are just such a pleasure for the mouthfeels, as you then feel this soft bite into what is crumbly, soft, and delicious tofu that almost cleanses the spice before reinvigorating it and enhancing the flavors. There is the spiciness of the soy mixed in together with the Szechuan peppers, and it just, while it's hot, continues to make you want to eat more and more and more. As Biscotti has his mouthful, he says, "All right, I give it to you. This is pretty good. 8 points from a Biscotti."
8 points is pretty good. I'm actually quite impressed that you're given such a fair score.
Look, Biscotti is many things, but Biscotti admits where talent is. And maybe Biscotti was a little bit hasty when he said you may not have any skill. But here. He then pushes you the cupcake.
So it looks bad, right? Like, there's just no denying.
It looks sinister. It definitely looks sinister.
I'm gonna use one of my gourmand things, where as an action I can inspect a drink or a plate of food to determine if it's poisoned.
Oh, please do so. Let's go with a perception check. Actually,
Sure
no.
thing.
No. I'm gonna go with an insight check here because there's something important here.
Okay. Give me one sec. Character
I love that. I love that feat essentially just gives you a free detect poison and
Yeah.
It is very cool. It is very cool.
Yep, but only on food and drink. Insight. Where are you? There you are. Dirty 20.
Nice. With a dirty 20,
so dirty.
you know that the dish is not poisonous, but this is a rare admixture of chemicals that are commonly found in things such as avocado, parmesan, and certain types of herbs, especially nutmeg, that when eaten alone are relatively harmless, but in vast quantities, which of course Quincy, your character, would have seen him use, doesn't act as a poison, but will permanently numb your sense of taste.
Oh man.
Oh, that's sinister.
No.
Nasty.
And that
No,
is,
no,
and when I
no.
say permanently, I mean like this is like, yeah, like everything basically will taste like artichoke, to you forever.
You know, Biscotti, we had a fine selection of ingredients, and I think we should explain to our audience what exactly we used. As for me, I used Aberystwyth peppercorn, Szechuan spices, some fresh silk, and tofu. How about you? What's in yours?
Well, of course, I used nothing but the finest alpine avocados, and of course the artichoke grown from the deepest mountains at the. And he starts to list off all these famous places.
Mhm.
Ultimately, avocado, nutmeg, a list of other ingredients and herbs, such as bush peppers and the like. And yeah, like I said, all of it's food, but it's very much not necessarily a tasty dish.
Well, those things have a few things in common. And, when you combine those ingredients together, you get a bit of a reaction. Like this. And she stuffs the cupcake in his face.
Ooh,
Yes.
Yes.
All right, make an attack roll. Make an
right.
attack roll. As you
Melee
grab
attack?
hold of the cupcake, you slam it into his mouth.
19. Wait. No, sorry, wrong score because I can't use my dexterity, right?
No, you can use dexterity if you want.
Okay, the 19.
I mean, it's a cupcake.
Are cupcakes finesse weapons?
I mean, it's a light
Do they
weapon.
have to- Yeah, it's a
That's
light-
true.
yeah.
I mean,
If I
yeah,
had two of them, I could use my
Unarmed
feet.
strike.
yeah. All right. So, you slam the cupcake, which breaks apart in Biscotti's mouth. You watch as he leans backwards. Now, he was being supported once again by 4 kobolds who have been running him around, but he falls backwards. The kobolds abandon ship. They run. And as he hits the ground, you watch as his eyes glaze over.
You're trying to poison me there, Shug. Trying to ruin my career. And even though this is a street battle, I would assume that a chef of your stature would have some modicum, some infinitesimal amount of pride in their work. But, unfortunately, it seems we're dealing with a charlatan.
You watch as he seems to be unmoving. The audience is gathered around. They're like, "Oh my god! Like, what's happening? What's happened to Biscotti? Is what this guy's saying true? He's trying to poison people? That's heinous. That's outrageous." And as these voices cling to Biscotti's ear, you watch as he. I. No. You watch as he stands. These stubby legs that haven't touched the ground in like years. He rises up. He rips off the chef's hat with his huge meaty hand. He's got a bald spot just underneath it. As he looks up, his jaw is distended as he... I kill tiny rabbit!
Beans.
He became Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I am... I killed tiny rabbit!
I'm going to kill you with my chopper!
I did think that everybody in the entire convention could feel him getting up.
Oh yeah, everyone in the convention sort of like
question.
stops for a moment and so
The hat fell. He had a hat that fell off.
he threw off the chef hat.
Ah, okay.
Do you want to steal his hat? You can have his hat.
What if it's a? I have a theory that it's a sentient hat that was like giving him like.
Mind controlling hat.
Controlled by his hat.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's...
He got ratatouille'd by a hat.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille.
He got hatatouille.
Hatatouille.
Oh
Ah.
gosh.
Hey.
Now, as this happens, as the ogre now rises, Malachi, Gobby, Miri, you all enter the scene to see Heliza and Quincy staring down this now lumbering chef.
Oh.
Is that
All right.
the party's-
Tony, I'll leave.
the whole party's together now?
Yeah, whole party's together.
Oh, okay. All right.
Woo! It only took 4 hours.
I
Good
got
job.
20
Good job on the 5-way split.
And I got 20 minutes to try and resolve everything that's happened.
All right.
I think we were looking for the cook-off. Is this the right room?
Indeed, it is.
Hi.
Hi, Quincy.
Hi, Mary.
Hey, everyone all over there, could you maybe give us a hand?
Oh yeah, of course.
All right. The large form of the ogre seems to be quite deadly. However, a full-blown fight here would obviously ensue panic and chaos, and there are tons of beastmasters lying around. Now, here is something else that's lying around. As Miri, Malachi, and Gobby enter the area, you see that there's a couple of like worker-looking dudes who are wearing hard hats and the like, and they're like, "All right, boss, where do you want this?" Yes, please put it over on the display. I want it shown where everyone can see it. Ah, man, the Eradicator, a beautiful and lovely piece of Foreclaimer ingenuity. Ah, it's great to have it on display for HuntCon. You watch as a mechanical T-Rex is offloaded from a large crate, and you hear one of the workers say, gee, I'm really worried this thing's gonna suddenly turn around and start attacking people. I mean, that would be tremendously inconvenient. The other said, don't worry. As long as no one puts one of those solar power cores in the center of it, she's not gonna move, not an inch. Okay, this thing, my God, if it did, it could probably take down a giant. Yeah, no, it could probably take down a giant.
I would
Thankfully, no one's got a solar crystal to put in this thing. It's perfectly fine.
Does any of us?
I'm going to look at it and I'm going to go, and I'm going to ignore all of that, and I'm going where did we get the solar crystal? I feel like
It was from one of the raptors.
We had a solar crystal from a raptor, didn't we? Yes.
When we beat up some raptors, you got
who
some
has
solar
it?
crystals there. Who currently has it?
Who's the most chaotic person who would have it? And I would say Quincy.
I was like,
Quincy.
did we loot the body?
Yeah.
I feel like we loot the body.
Yeah, I feel
thought
like
I
they
did.
would have it.
I feel like it was Quincy or Heliza that
Yeah.
had the solar crystal.
Yeah.
Quincy's also the one who's most likely to use it.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's just harbinger of
I think
chaos
Quincy's
today.
I think I did grab it. If not, I mean, like, we could just go with that and just be like, we got two
You
pieces
have it
of
now.
put together.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I do now.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna be like, where is Quincy in relation to me and the T-Rex?
All right, so you are next to the T-Rex. About 30 foot away from you, in front of you, is where you can see Quincy in the heat of battle with the giant ogre. And by the by. Up a flight of stairs, you can see there is a like kind of a buffet table, and at the end of the buffet table is a tiny cage with a tiny, helpless-looking bonk inside of the cage
So,
up there.
30 feet away, you say?
Yeah.
I will, when I get the chance, run over to Quincy. And I say, Quincy! As I'm running. Quincy! You've got the solar shard, right? You got the solar shard!
I'll dig inside. Wow. Ow. This?
I say, put it in him! And I will
I'll just
touch
throw
you.
it.
I'll touch, I'll, as I get to you, I touch you. I'm going to use one of my hidden paths abilities. As the type of druid that I am, I'm a Circle of Dreams druid, I believe. I'm going to use hidden paths as a bonus action. You can touch a willing creature and teleport them up to 30 feet away to an unoccupied space you can see. I just teleport you 30 feet directly next to the T-Rex. I say, put it in him.
As you do so, Quincy, you find yourself next to a T-Rex. However, Gobby, you find yourself next to an enraged ogre.
Hey!
And with that, we are going to go into initiative.
Let's
do it. And we're gonna stream through this and right into the sunset, because god damn it, I will do so. I will have an ending. I will not cliffhanger every game I have run this year. It won't happen, I swear.
GM, I transformed while that all was happening.
That is perfectly fine. You are transformed.
Hells yeah.
Hundo percento. All right.
I got a 13.
So let me write this down. 17 for Gobby. Yep. Red.
Oh, initiative. Yes.
18.
18.
Real dice.
Yeah.
Sick.
Have I not asked you to roll dice yet?
Hells yeah. No, I don't think so. Oh, actually, I think you have once. That would be a 13.
13 for Malachi. All right. Miri.
8.
8 for Miri. All right. Quincy.
Yes. 18.
18. And Heliza.
27.
20. Dang.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Quick as a bunny.
can add double their proficiency to their initiative.
Yeah, of course they can. All right.
Awesome.
She was just waiting for the chance to stab this guy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And 14 is the ogre. All right. So, Heliza, you're up first. You were the fastest to move, but you've seen as Polly has used a momentary diversion to jump in and slap Quincy away.
All right. So Heliza is going to take one of the knives that's nearby, stab into the ground, and cast one of the new spells from the book.
Nice.
Trap.
Nice.
Where it creates a 10-foot square and a 10-foot deep spike pit trap.
Ooh.
Yeah. So when it's triggered, they fall down. And then
Is that the wording of the spell?
They fall down.
Might need a little bit of tweaking before it's released.
when the trap appears, it's well hidden underneath a cloth covered with natural material and has sharp wooden stakes at the bottom. Creature falling into the pit takes 2d10 piercing damage from the spikes plus 1d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall. Trap can be spotted with a DC 10 wisdom, but I'm not worried about the Scotty right now. And she uses her her rabbit hop as her bonus action to bound 4, 8, 12, 16, 20 feet away. I guess towards the crowd.
Towards the what, sorry?
Towards the crowd that the audience would be.
Oh, the crowd. Sorry. I kept hearing crab for some reason.
Yeah, I thought you said crab as well.
It's like, what crab?
Crowd.
Is it a crab? Very well, there's a crab.
Yeah, the one on the ingredients table. It's fine.
Yeah, you you leap across over to the audience. The audience are like, oh, crap. They realize the ogre is likely going to charge after you, and being near you is the worst place to be.
Absolutely.
Very well. Your trap is laid down, and the ogre has taken into your account your movement. Your quick and sudden moves have drawn his eye. Quincy, we then go to you. You are standing by a large mechanical... Alright, hold on. Wait. I got this. Alright. The machine...
Dun.
The machine begins to rise.
Welcome to HuntCon.
Nice.
As this giant, as you watch as its eyes begin to light up, and as the T-Rex turns.
Can I use my? I want to use my winged boots and fly up on top of it, and like ride its back.
All right, very well. You ride on top of its back, and as you do so, the creature sort of looks left. It looks right. You see the people sort of standing there.
I am Kenny and Gup Gup. Get him!
And as you say that, it rushes forward, charging with huge feet towards the large ogre. People panic and they scream. They run in all sorts of directions. Yeah, they're just trying to get out of the way of this enormous Tyrannosaurus Rex. Gobby, it is your turn.
Ooh, all right. I will. Why not? No time. I will say a little prayer to who's the god of moons. Is there a god of moons? There's a god of lycanthropy. Maybe it's them. Sure, why not? Yeah, Dabrius, the god of werewolves. With the I ask the god who incidentally murdered my wife for
Hey,
not
bro,
paying.
you give me a solid just this one time.
Look,
Yeah,
you owe me
it's just like,
at least
dude.
a wife.
I've tried ever since he killed her to appease him in any way I can. So I say, Dabrius, let your full moon light shine down on us, and I will cast Moonbeam on top of the hill giant, and I'm casting it at third level because I don't have any second slots. So that is a what sort of save? Constitution saving throw. Hill giants are notoriously bad at Constitution, right?
You rolled a 1.
Actually, oh nice. That's going to be 3d10. So that's 1, 2, 3. He's going to take radiant damage equal to 13 points of radiant damage.
From high above, a solid beam of white light shines over the ogre. Sizzling can be heard as it sort of roars. You can see the bubbling on its leathery skin as it...
Praise be to Dabrius! Praise be! And I sort of drop to my knees and start like... Yeah.
It is now the ogre's turn. The ogre
If by any magic he is actually a shape changer in disguise or anything and not actually an ogre, then that does extra stuff, but I figure does not.
No. The ogre stops and looks down very suddenly. His eyes smoldering and moonstruck. As he looks in your direction, Gobby, you watch as he clenches his fist. And instead of punching you, turns around and grabs the whole kitchen bench.
Oh god.
And you watch as he then strains. You watch as the veins in his back and shoulders start to pop out. As he then rips the table and the sink. You see like a spurt of water that just starts as he's pulling this huge table out. And you watch as he throws it in the direction of Heliza.
Literally everything in the kitchen sink, huh?
All right, Heliza, I need a dexterity saving throw from you and, of course, the people around you. Oh, no. They rolled a 2.
I rolled a 16.
All right, with a 16, you dig deep. Your bunny instincts kick in, and you backflip. And as you do, you watch as this rotating like metal table and rushes and literally steamrolls a bunch of patrons. Now, don't worry, they're only Beastmasters. You know, so
They had parachutes.
yeah. When you see one of them who's lying unconscious on the ground, just suddenly.
Oh, I just learned as well that you also take the repeat damage from Moonbeam if you start your turn there. So another Constitution save at the start of his turn.
Ooh. He rolled a 2.
Really? From a hill giant? All right, so he takes another 15, another 19 points of damage, and I'm going to pump in my Fury of the Small because I'm a goblin. So that's another 12. So 30, whatever I said. What, 19 did I say?
He's definitely going to move out now.
31. Yeah, smart.
As he moves out, he is going to make his way over to Heliza, who he, despite being obliterated by this moonbeam, has somehow managed to anger him even more. That is the ogre's turn. Malachi.
So just quickly, did Rob want to use his opportunity attack since he moved away from
Sure.
Gubby?
Yep. Whack!
Bop him with my my
hit him in the
bone
knee.
club. Yeah. Bop him with my bone club. I'm going to do a great +3 to this. That's a 6 total.
I'm getting tired.
Did he move into the radius of the trap then?
Yes, he did. As he steps on the trap, he gets a 3 on his saving throw.
So it's a 1, a 2, and a 3.
That probably doesn't quite make it.
Probably doesn't. Yeah, it literally got 1, 2, and 3.
Jeez. All right, so that's
boy.
Do you want to get supervillains? Because this is how you get supervillains.
So that's 2d10 piercing damage. So that's 7, and then 1d6 bludgeoning damage from the fall, which is a 5. So 11 total.
11 total. All right. 11 total. You watch as he steps forward and angrily takes another step, and then suddenly whoosh, he's like down to like his like chest height in the spike pit as he's like and that is all he does. Moving on swiftly to Malachi.
All right, now that I've finished my transformation, I look like a lichen bat, and I bring my claws up, which still have my crimson right on them. I think it was fire and lightning. I bring them up and I snarl. I'm gonna charge in to help Heliza and bring back my lightning claw first.
Nice. Wait, so you're going to Heliza or are you going for the ogre?
Ogre, which is near Heliza, right?
No, because you fell in the
I'm
pit
tracking
trap.
wrong.
It's not near Heliza.
Sure.
But Heliza will not be able to outrun it if the ogre gets back out.
Am I able to attack it from it being in the pit, just like from the edges, or do I need to jump into the pit stuff? Okay, cool, sick. Let's go. All right, here comes the first claw. That will be a 20 to hit.
All right, with a 20 to hit, your claws dig deep into the back of the ogre. Roll your damage as it roars in agony.
All right. That is going to be 1d8. That's going to be 9 damage. Magical slashing, and then I also have my lightning damage on top. Shoot.
All right, with 9 points of damage,
That's
that
another
is enough
6 lightning
to take down the ogre.
Okay.
As this happens, you watch as the creature, the ogre, slumps forward, and there is a silence that falls over the entire auditorium. And that's when you hear the sounds of Hey! Those guys, they killed Biscotti!
Uh-oh.
The Beastmasters all turn to you, drawing blades, traps, knives, rifles, crossbows. They turn and they look at the small, unassuming group. Alright. It now goes to our dear and wonderful Miri.
Do I lose my whole turn? Because I still have actions.
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. If you got the rest of the actions, you can react to that.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to charge up to the closest Beastmaster.
Yep. It's called... His name is Snaps. He is a crocodile hunter.
Crocodile Hunter. All right, Snaps, here we go. I'm going to charge up. I'm going to use my lightning claw again. That will be
You're attacking one of the random civvies.
No, well, I mean, if he's aiming weapons at the party...
Is.
Yeah.
Everyone's aiming. Okay, well, before I charge up, I'll hold my. Okay, the children.
Tiny child reaches into a balloon, pulls out a gun.
What are we doing? Are we fighting or are we fleeing?
Everybody get on tin can. Let's go.
Yeah, how about we flee?
The
I look over
giant
to Miri.
robot roars.
I look over to Miri and say,
What about your people?
Of me. So, shoot, sorry, I'm getting caught up in the
Oh.
in this situation.
"No, you're right." So, what about your people?
Yes. So, when you look to find Miri, I think you actually notice she's gone.
Oh, okay.
There is a Miri there is an absence of Miri.
Yep, you see like a tiny. What you think is Miri is actually a child with a spider backpack, sucking on a lollipop, also holding a gun. Miri, where are you?
She probably took the opportunity as to try and figure out where the hell Bonk is.
Making your way up to a small buffet table, you see and recognize well, you don't recognize this. I mean, maybe you do. There's an individual. He's sitting at the buffet table, eating what looks to be just like a big plate of like fried chicken.
Okay.
Well, you don't see that every day. He says, looking at the T-Rex, being ridden by a person, the giant vampire who has eaten an ogre, and he's just eating some hot wings.
Okay. Do I see Bonk?
You can see Bonk in a cage, nearby the buffet table.
Okay. Well, I want to sneak over to where Bonk is and try to jimmy open that lock.
All right, make a thievery tools check.
Don't think I... Ooh, got a 19 on the die.
Nice,
lock-
nice.
The lock opens, and Bonk jumps into your arms and begins to lick you in the face. Its tiny, wet tongue kind of rubbing up against your cheek.
Oh, hi, Bonk, missed you too. Okay, shh, still gotta get out of here.
And then she's gonna poke her head around and see if she can find maybe a back room. I mean, she still does have to try and find those weed rooms as well.
You look around to try and find a back room. There's only one entrance or exit to this place, and that is by the entrance. You can see, however, on the ceiling there is a large tightrope that has been woven, and you can see Webster sort of waving from the tightrope as he's lowering down rope to each of you.
Nice. And then Miri will probably pop up on the buffet table, like, you know, and just like lift up Bonk and say like, I got him! She waves over to the rest of the group so they know that. Like,
All right, we're out of here.
That sounds great.
Let's go.
You begin to grab. You see all the webs like coming down from above you. Do you guys grab it?
Yes.
Yep.
Is Antonio nearby?
Antonio is nearby.
All right. Heliza's going to grab the web and try and swing towards Antonio and grab him.
You watch as Antonio doesn't seem to like rush over to you. He seems to push through the crowd of Beastmasters. He's heading deeper into them.
Antonio, what y'all doing?
He looks back. He doesn't seem to respond. It's now or never, Heliza.
God damn it! She's gonna retreat.
The webs pull you up onto the catwalk. Instantly, a rain of crossbow bolts begin to fly in your direction as you are pulled across the tightrope to a small vent in the ceiling. You hear the sounds of people saying, "Get to your vehicles! We gotta stop them!" And people begin to make their way up. As the crowd begins to clear, we see Antonio by the ogre, and he puts the apple crumble just like kind of in front of Biscotti, who never got to try it.
Ooh.
No. Tragedy.
And you watch as this figure who is eating at the buffet table says, "Can I have a bit of that?" And that is all. We now return to the surface, where you can see there's this large, massive dirigible with two huge swirling fans that seem to blast out fires of like green and red and purple, and you see a very beautiful looking Western dressed attired individual. I see you went and bought your friends, Gobby.
Yep. We need to move. We need to move quickly. People are not happy with us.
Oh,
This
well.
is just like the orphanage all over again.
Ah!
Kill us.
Too soon.
Well, welcome aboard.
Carts.
I call her the fat lady. As you all board this large blimp-like dirigible.
So let's make this fat lady sing.
The engines kick off and it begins to fly into the air, soaring and making its way far from the HuntCon and the town of Twinver. As the engines roar and the village disappears into the distance, there is a sigh of relief as you lean over the edges of the vehicle. The passing of the Bellowing Wild, a large, beautiful, and expansive jungle lies beneath you. The roaring mountains, the volcanoes, the various ruins and temples, the waterways, rivers, and inlets. You take a deep breath and sigh as you have now made your way to safety.
That place sucked.
Well, our friends are dead now.
I have Beastmaster gloves at least. Oh yeah.
Mine
If
are
we
covered
want
in
to-
blood.
If we need to ask anything of Sheldon, I can get him out of the box when we wish to
Wait,
speak with
what
him.
about Webster?
Is Webster on the? Is with us?
Webster is with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to walk up to Webster and Miri and just say, while still in the conversation with Rob, not Rob, Gobby, under my breath, say,
What about your people? Did we leave them behind? The 14?
We can always go back and get them. I'm not gonna leave them behind. We're just, tactical retreats.
Yes.
We have to live to fight another day if we are going to free them.
And fight
I
another
mean,
day.
weavers are tough.
And fight another day we will. I'm sorry for the deception, your little sister.
Well, obviously the situation called for it. So, no hard feelings.
You should give him a sticker.
He looks forlorn as he takes a look over the sides of the vehicle. Now Sugars, I don't know what exactly kind of trouble you got in with the Beastmasters, but that ain't none of my concern. All I know is that myself and young Gobby here have a bit of an arrangement about this journey, so I'm afraid there ain't no getting off until we hit Calandria. That being said, you got a whole variety of accommodations to enjoy for yourselves aboard this vessel. My home is your home.
I'll go find the kitchen.
You find a beautiful and well-stocked galley, and you also find what looks to be a very peculiar type of potion. One that could use a bit of tweaking, but could potentially be a very potent and very delicious pomegranate-flavored potion. Now, as we watch our heroes fade into the sunset, the last scene is in the bowels of the ship, where a large collection of square boxes reside with a number of glowing lights, within which you see a handprint onto the lighting of one of the sides, followed by several spider-like appendages around the handprint. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are going to end today's session, because I can't not cliffhanger.
Oh my gosh!
It's just how it is.
Why?
Because we have so much fun with things like putting coins in whiskey that we don't do plot things. That's why. This is amazing. Now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do the quick spin out because, of course, we are running close to time. So, ladies and gentlemen, I invite you now to tell us about yourselves, the characters that you play, and share one moment that you found most enjoyable during today's session. Starting with you, Rob. Go.
Hello, my name is Robert Hartley, GM. I'm a full-time dungeon master. You might know me from Viva la Dirt League or from here on Twitch at twitch.tv/Robert Hartley GM, where I do D&D related content several times a week. I have thoroughly enjoyed today. Thank you very much. One of my favorite moments would be probably Miri trying and failing to viciously mock the opponent.
That was adorable. Dread, go.
How's it? Hi, I'm Josh, the Dread GM. You can find me here at Twitch, Dread GM. You'll see me there like 3 times a week or 4 times a week. Professional game master, content creator, and all that cool stuff as well. But I love today. I already want to play again, so there's that. And I think one of my top moments was, oh boy, Jack. It was really great seeing.
Oh, poor Jack.
There were multiple Jacks as well. So there was Outback Jack and there was Jack there as well. So it was
apparently a surname.
Yeah.
Jack's the family name. So they're cousins.
Oh, they're cousins. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's amazing. Yeah. So it was
awesome.
that
One's
was
from the
so
Outback,
sick.
one's from Ohio.
How's it?
Yeah, exactly.
And then I can't not just do one favorite moment. I also loved the story of Count Cluckyella as well. Like just destroying. Yeah, I just love that so much.
So Count Cluckyella is now running around the bellowing wilds
Oh
of
yeah.
my world.
He's a stage hazard now.
Miri, or Gothi, should I say?
Hi, I'm Gothi. I'm the lead artist for the Fool's Gold Into the Bellowing Wilds module, which is at Kickstarter right now. I had a lot of fun playing with everybody again. And I think my favorite part would be Carson and Dead Aussies sing off. They just
That was
smack
amazing.
talk each other
Good.
through songs.
Very good
man.
songs.
Thank you so much for that.
That is some
thank you.
production value right there.
Hells yeah.
Quincy.
Hey, I'm Quincy. You can find me on TikTok and Twitch here at Quincy's Tavern. We're do Twitch streams, a variety streamer, horror streamer sometimes, and we're in right now in Minecraft. We are building Quincy's Tavern. So if you want to just chill and do some lo-fi vibes and watch us actually build the tavern and stuff, you can come on by and kind of check us out there tomorrow and Friday. But yeah.
Hell yeah.
My favorite moment of this one. Oh gosh, there's so many little ones. I always love little itty bitty quips that people do. Like I love Miri's quips. I love Heliza's quips, and just like those little things that just like really make it. But I love seeing the fact that like Ollie got to grow like 20 feet tall. Like that was just wild. That's just so funny.
Yeah, narrator when we first started building character, he's like, I want the biggest, toughest, biggest thing that you could give me, and I thought it was a really nice nod. Also, if anyone's a fan of Baki the Grappler, that's what inspired that transformation mode for the War Hulk, because they don't get class abilities, they just get bigger. And so for what it's worth, if we do ever come back to this, you guys will level up. And that is my version of how Ollie levels up. He just
Nice.
gets bigger. Heliza, or Carson, should we say?
Yeah, I'm Carson. I played Arena in the Fool's Gold campaign. I also stream here on twitch.tv/SpaceShark. Just kind of a chill couch stream where I focus more on audience interaction as opposed to what I'm actually playing. Favorite moment? Jeez. I feel like a lot of them have been said so far. And I think it's cheating if I mention the whiskey.
You can absolutely mention the whiskey. Go on. You can do it now. Now it's over. You're welcome to.
So, in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3 Stardust Crusaders,
No!
there is a gambler named Darby who plays various games and cheats. One of them being a trick where he puts a piece of chocolate underneath a whiskey glass in order to counterbalance it so that he can put more coins in. And I thought that was just... I mean, you stabbed me in the heart.
Yeah, I knew that would get me. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming. My name is Michael. I've been the DeadAussieGamer. This is my place. This is my face. You can find it here a ton of times. Thank you all for the follows, the raids. Dealer the Dough, I've seen you come in. I've seen so many people. You guys have been so supportive and so wonderful. Anywhere you find me on DeadAussieGamer, I meet with wonderful people like these and get to play amazing games that are once in a lifetime. And I have been so fortunate enough to have called this multiple times in a lifetime to get to play with these wonderful people. And I look forward to doing it even more as time goes on. Lastly, I would like to give a special shout out and thank you to none other than the delightful people at Hit Point Press, the Dingo Doodle team, and of course their wonderful Kickstarter, Fool's Gold. Ladies and gentlemen, please go and check this out. Go support the Kickstarter, because not only is it a great campaign setting filled with vibrant, colorful, and amazing locations and equipment, but in addition, you also get to unlock some amazing and incredible goodies, including a dog-sized Tarask, which I am getting.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. You should get it. It's amazing. That is it.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone here?
Oh, hey man. All right, so I guess Ollie wakes up in the middle of the HuntCon arena. Down in the pits, you can see there's literally the stands that were once crowded with people is completely empty. Above you, you can see a cobweb net, like a high rise, stuck above you, filled with crossbow bolts and grenades, bear traps, a whole bunch of other things. The convention floor is empty. All the merchant stores, there's no one there. You can see food literally collapsed in piles, just surrounding what was once the cook-off area. Kind of gnawing on what I like to say is this giant leg is what looks to be a mechanical T-Rex that's sort of wagging its tail and chewing on the bone as it sort of like rubbing its head against the ground. You are in the center of the arena. You look underneath you, and there is a very dead moss wyvern.
Oh. Wait, is it the... Oh, my head. What's going on?
Suddenly,
Guys?
you are approached by a figure. Well, you see, there was a bit of a commotion at the cook-off. A giant ogre started attacking people, and people killed a giant ogre, and apparently that was a bad thing. So your friends, they kind of and then onto a blimp and out into the wild. This is really good apple crumble.
Onto a blimp? Wait. Are they okay? Did they rescue Bonk?
What's a bonk?
He's like a cute, small dinosaur-looking thing.
Maybe. You want some?
Sure. Yes, please.
As he hands you this warm, very small apple crumble, it smells divine. The scene pans out, and you can see the sounds of the engine as the team, accompanied by Bonk, Quincy, Heliza, Miri, Malachi, and Gobby, begin to sail into the distance. All of a sudden, there is a brief pause as they remember where Ollie is.
Do you know where they went?
West, maybe?
Which way is west?
He points towards a brick wall.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
coming. And I just run at the brick wall and just try and just Kool-Aid man my way through.
And that's what happens.